What's up, everybody? We are doing it live. The GRG podcast is back after a week hiatus. I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend. And even if you wasn't celebrating the holiday weekend, I hope that you ate well, had a good time. Black Friday was upon us. I hope you spent all the money that you could, you know what I'm saying, buying your family some things. And hope you didn't get into an altercation with anybody like Kareem Hunt. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kareem Hunt and his career, Jack. He is done. Well, he's young, so he might still get an opportunity to do something in a couple of years, but he's on the exempt list. Man, I can't believe that. So talented over stupid shit, man. Over abroad, he probably will never see ever again. Really. But anyway, man, like to get on with the show, man. Introduce the illustrious panel. Well, it's not so illustrious right now. It's just a lot of bums. But I do have some special guest bums. And so I might as well go straight to the biggest bum of them all, Predator. What's going on with you, bro?
The biggest bum with the winning gameplay last week, just so you know.
Get out of here.
and go
by
horns.
small percentage. By small percentage.
Go horns. Now, you know, you called in all your cousins and shit to come vote for you at the last minute.
Come on, man. Come on. Anyway, what's up with you, bro?
Not much, man. Been on vacation this week. Just been playing some Assassin's Creed, trying to get to level 50. God damn, this game is a grind. I need to get back in that Red Dead. I'm sure we're gonna talk about that later, but not much, man. Just looking forward for tomorrow's game. Texas OU.
Pulled
out a win yesterday too, so good.
What?
Yeah. Congratulations to the Cowboys. Thank you, Cowboys, because you made my Rams number one.
I know, I saw that post.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. Thank you so much. All right, man. We're moving on to the other guest. Man, he was here a couple of weeks ago, and man, you know what I'm saying? He's got so many names. I just go know him by operations, but I think his name is like Verge. Madagascar, you know what I'm saying? The new person that plays in The Lion King. I don't know, man. What's up with you, bro? What's happening with you?
What's good, man? Don't worry. In time, I'll get all continuous. I'm just waiting on Soul King to fish our chibies. But, bro, it's been good over here, bro. I just beat the main campaign for Red Dead. I'm the epilogue right now. Goddamn, bro. That story. Like, I saw how it was going to end, but, like, damn, when it happened, like, that shit hit me hard. But, yeah, other than that, I've been playing Sea of Thieves. Just got back into it. They just dropped some content for that as well. It's looking dope so far, man. It's been good over here for me.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. It is. Yeah, Red Dead is a monster, man. That story at the end, it was impactful for me. But
definitely, man.
Yeah, no doubt. But all right, man, let's get on, man. We got our man, and he's up. Triple Cup Chuck, what's up with you, bro?
Man, what's good? Man, I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel, the guests we have on here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, the normal panel members, man. We're gonna have some fun tonight. And man, I am salty, man. But I will say this here: the last time.
So am I.
Hey, look, the last time the Saints lost against the Cowboys, we won the Super Bowl. That's all I want to say about sports. Let's go.
You better hope you have home field, because if you don't, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a major problem. It's going to be a major problem. But anyway, man, let's get on to the next person, man. Livewire, you on time, bro. You know what I'm saying? we're going to celebrate you, man, because you've been on time and you doing your thing. What's up with you, bro? See? You know what? You know what? Donald Trump. That's him. All right, thank you, Live. Hold on, Live.
Oh, no, my bad.
There you go. Did you just want attention? You just want attention? You just
nah, because I was trying to move some shit around my screen. I couldn't. I got dual screen, so I was like, "Where the fuck did I?"
Oh, okay, all right. We ain't even 10 minutes into the show. You already cussing heavy. You ain't even drinking yet.
You don't know that.
Hey, what you playing right now? What you playing? I know you got your PlayStation and everything, and you've been
that's right, man. I love the name, the Live Pony.
The Live Pony. What's going on with you, bro? What's going on? What games you playing right now on the PlayStation?
Yeah,
I'm on God of War now. I beat Spider-Man was actually pretty easy to beat. You know what the funny? I like Spider-Man. It was good, man. It's fun. I'll tell you that once. You play that shit. There's certain things I like, there's certain things I don't like, but at the end of the day, it's fun. Uncharted, man, that shit was slow, dog.
Yeah, it is.
Motherfuckers lied about how it's a good game. Don't get me wrong.
Uncharted is boring. Uncharted 4, Lost Legacy is better.
that first 10 chapters is a snooze fest. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, granted, I fall asleep when I'm man, but
all right, there you go. This is an introduction. We ain't talking about.
I'm sorry.
I know, right?
Yeah, I just asked you what was you playing?
I'm on God of War. Right, I'm enjoying it, especially because I changed to the classic controls because the default controls, man, they had my hand all kinds of fucked up.
But I kept with it because I went to the old controls and it didn't feel like the old God of War control. Anyway, I'm not going to go left. Anyway, thank you, our Donald Trump. You over here making us go left. You know what I'm saying? There is no collusion. Let's get on to, man, Kaleidoscope. What's going on with you, bro?
Actually been playing the hell out of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I also just today I started Detroit Become Human. So I did the first chapter. I saved the girl, bro. First chapter. All right. So that was good. You know what I'm saying? But let me do my little intro though, man. Yo, it's the Xbox Goes Collide. Nah, fuck that, man. Yo, Collide is lethal with upheavals for some people that be acting all medieval like a prequel to a sequel. What the dilly billy Philly got you feeling all dizzy and silly like Mighty Billy Chief from Fashizi, my kneesy. I'll please you with the steez that's sleazy, freaky sweet. Let the tongue roll this beastly, beat or weak like the Twin Tower heat that was fresh on all screens across this nation. Beef, a terrible tragedy. For worse in the cavity, got me fearing for family that could caught up like faculty. But don't you think it's high time we drew this line fine to our shine or these spineless swine rewind and pause for a moment to reflect on this. With all the shit going on, do we need racists? I think not, but that's the way it is. So just before the end, I'ma handle my biz.
What? All
that's
right.
What's
You know that's what's up. That's what
on a side note, the next Gucci outfits for this season are fire.
Oh, for Biggie? Yes, dope.
Those is fire.
Yeah, they dope. All right, man. And then last but not least, man, 108 Dragons. You know what I'm saying? New OG of the Dragon's Den. What's going on with you, partner?
What's good? We got to change this show to the goddamn America's Got Talent because I'm tired of these goddamn rappers on this show. Goddamn rappers.
Man, maybe we want to spit a couple of rhymes in the 90s, son. Yo, son.
What you trying to do? You trying to throw shots, man? You throwing shots?
Nah, son. Nah. What's good people? What's up? Welcome to the show. We got some great topics for y'all. Welcome everybody in the chats. Welcome to this panel, people, guests, and everybody. You already know. Gaming news. Let's get it.
All right, let's go. And before we get started, I do want to say this, man. Congratulations to you know what I'm saying, to one of our matriarchs, Delilah HD, for getting out there and spreading herself out there a little bit, man. Getting out there to the Tix podcast, being a member one of them. That's a big good look. I definitely respect what they do out there. And as a person that started GRG, she was the first person I came to, you know what I'm saying, to want to do this. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel good when people acknowledge the talent that's on this panel. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to see who's next to get to that next jump. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we see Knuckles doing this stuff with the Iron Lords, you know what I'm saying? 108, like I said, he's starting his own podcast. You know what I'm saying? You know, Triple Cup doing his own podcast. Knuckles, he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel really good for the people that's been a member of this from when we started, from all day, and he's doing his thing out there, to Fonzarelli, to everybody else out there, man. It just shows that the talent is what makes a podcast. It's not the podcast itself. And that's why I appreciate everybody that's been a part of it from the very beginning to now, because without them and without the people that listen, there would be no GRG. That's real talk. So, man, congratulations on your thing, man. You know, so I'm definitely going to be showing you love and respect and have you back. You know what I'm saying? Keep that networking going, man. So,
man, you get around to head there. You get around to head there because these podcasts, this community, we're supposed to help each other grow. Like, it's not around branching out trying to do your own thing, but like you need help along the lines and connecting with people. Making the right connections can really help your career set off if this is something you want to do as a career. But of course, just respect the Delilah, respect the Bloody, Fonzarelli, everybody out there doing your own grind. Got nothing but respect for all y'all.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have no ill will or contempt towards anyone. I want everybody to do well. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, I never hate on anybody else's success. I always praise it. because that's what we all here for. I mean, if it wasn't for people like Xbot and Z and others that gave me an opportunity, you know, Kid Smooth and them that gave me an opportunity to get out there. Fame 2K,
Exactly.
Shadows. I mean, you got to give love and respect to the people that did good for you, man. 100. You know what I'm saying? With Intro Media, it all goes down to, you know, you got to show love and respect for the people that did that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever the situation at the end of the day. So, all right, man, let's get to it. All right, so first topic. Wanted to just get y'all's guys' thoughts, and I'm going to go straight to you, Pred, about this, is about the Sega Dreamcast turning 20 this week. And what is your fondest memory of the Dreamcast?
Oh man, I think this was like right around the time when I started getting back into gaming. What was that fighting game they had out on there that launched?
I know
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur. I thought you was gonna say Vipers, Fighting Vipers, because I remember Fighting Vipers being one of those games too.
I remember getting it, and this is a really sad story. I got my Dreamcast. I played a couple of games. I don't remember what I picked up on. I do remember playing Soul Calibur, but then I deployed like constantly. Never got to play that motherfucker. So I ended up selling it. I really only played like 2 or 3 games on my Dreamcast, man.
Oh man, word!
Yeah,
Dang,
like the launch games, but I was gone so much. I came back and I went through this phase where like I didn't touch gaming. Like I gamed hard for like my teenage years up until like maybe like my 20s, and then like I just stopped. I was working, deploying, that kind of shit, and then I missed, like I said, I missed the whole PlayStation generation, PlayStation 1 all the way up to PlayStation 3. And the Dreamcast. I don't remember actually getting back in the game until I picked up my 360. And even then, it wasn't like I was playing. I'm sorry, my original Xbox, and I wasn't playing it all the damn time either. It kind of sat around for a little bit, but I jump in it every now and then. But as far as the Dreamcast goes, man, it was one of those purchases I made that I wish that I would have gotten when I actually had time to use it, but I never really got a chance to play it like I wanted to.
Yo. Lamani, come here. We need a violin for this dude on this podcast.
Stop.
Get my violin, Lamani.
Stop it. All right, you know what I'm saying? I was going to go to operations, but I'm going to go straight to you. Lemon, what is your fondest memory since the Dreamcast is 20 years old right now?
I got a couple. Guardian Heroes, baby. That was amazing.
All right. Guardian Heroes, right? Which BC? A BC Xbox game, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I actually picked it up again on 360, bro.
Really? Okay.
Fantasy Star Online.
Oh yeah, that was
Sega Rally.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2K with Iverson on the cover.
Oh, classic.
And one of my best games. I really enjoyed that $56 in Quake. Beating PC keyboard and mouse ass with a goddamn controller. Facts. I loved it. They hated me online. They hated me. They used to aim for me. I used to make sure I used to type in with that big ass white keyboard. You just got beat by a controller. Shout out to my daughter's godfather, Mini Me, because we used to tear some ass up. Facts. That's
nice.
Fond memories.
Nice. What about you, Verge? What was your fondest memory of the Dreamcast?
So, fun fact: I'm 1 year older than a Dreamcast, so that's my fondest memory is non-existent. So you gotta skip me on this one, man. I'm sorry.
Ah, man,
that's a Juve. You got a Juve in here,
man. I was saying you a young buck like that. Didn't
Youth at his finest.
Oh man, this young pup. I don't even what.
That's funny. I'm actually playing N64, but not the Dreamcast.
Oh man. And big shout out to Lady Infamous in the chat. She over here said Call of Duty is the best cuz send that shit to Hades. No. You know what I'm saying? No. That you need to get on that battlefield and know what a real shooter's like. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't know. I don't know which is I don't know if this Black Ops 4 is any good because I haven't
about that life. It's about that
life. But she is about that life.
It's about that I think it's dope as hell, yo. I got COD 4. Black Ops 4, and I think that shit is the shit, bro. And
Really?
no Call of Duty is. I used to call it Call of Dookie, all right, on the real. But this one, I gotta call it how it is, yo. It's Call of Duty, yo. This shit is raw.
Is it
Raw
good?
as hell.
All right. So they call a booty this time. All right. Well, hey, you know what I'm saying? I will have to watch and fantasize through you guys, man. I don't know what the hell is going on outside, man. For 1 minute it was quiet. Now it sounds like it's Beirut out here. There's thundering and lightning. I see that there's tornado watch in the late November. What's going on, man? And they say that there's no global warming. Get the hell out of here. There is no collusion.
Right.
Speaking of Live Wire, what is your thoughts about the Dreamcast?
Dreamcast, man, the 2K series. That's what got me into basketball at that time. I wasn't really fucking with sports like that until I hit the college. So
being that you almost 7 foot, a video game got you into basketball. That's what you're telling me.
Oh no!
I'm just asking a question.
Don't do that.
Definitely sounded crazy.
Don't do that.
I played basketball, but I wasn't like in it like I am now. You feel me? I didn't really pay attention to it.
Walk in and say he's big for nothing.
No. It went from I used to casually, you know what I mean, play basketball to I was the guy that like watched Sports Center. Like it was something different you saw like the last 3 hours. It's the same shit every hour. But I used to be watching it like back to back to back to back. Like it'd be, you know. So during that phase, 2K and NBA 2K, NFL 2K. What else came out that I was the Sonic Adventures, I believe that was on that shit.
Yeah, that was the first game that I got off of it.
The first two, you know. What else? Damn. What's that boxing game?
Oh, Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, Ready to Rumble. Yeah, I think it launched with that, if I'm not mistaken. That's one of the games I had at launch.
Well, I didn't get it at launch, but yeah, I could have. I don't know.
And I think it also launched with Power Stone. Did they have Power Stone?
Oh yeah,
yeah. I believe
they had Power Stone. Yeah, no, they did have Power Stone.
Yeah, so those are the main games I played on there. I think they also had Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yes. They had some classics on there. All right. Okay. What about you, Chuck?
Oh, Soul Calibur 2. I remember that shit was popping on that bitch.
Oh yeah, man. So the graphics on that thing was sweet. Okay. What about you, Chuck?
Yeah. With the Dreamcast. What it reminds me of, like, you know what I'm saying, when the Dreamcast first came out, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have one, but we had that one homeboy that stayed on the block that, you know, his parents got him everything he wanted. And like there was the parents that always was gone from the house, and you know we used to go to his house instead of around and play the game. And I remember him having a Dreamcast because I had a Nintendo 64 back then. I had every 64 game. But the Dreamcast, we used to be on that 2K, that football, and that was the first. I mean, do y'all remember this here? They had them little like the little memory card things they used to have a little pictures on there.
The VMUs,
yeah.
Hey man, that was to me that was so next level because back then,
because you could do your plays on there. Yep, I know where you're coming from.
Exactly, because you know how it is, man. You can't just like when you used to play somebody when y'all used to be couch co-op, it'd be a football game or something like that. You see that he picked either this or this play here, so I'm gonna guard him this or this way. And when they put it in that little thing, you can pick your play like that. Well, a person didn't know what you was picking at the time when you were playing couch co-op. To me, that changed the whole game. And then they had other little games and stuff on there, but that was one of my favorite games I used to have on there. That Ready to Rumble. I liked the Ready to Rumble. I liked the concept of it, but at the time I was already hooked on. It wasn't Fight Night at the time. It was not Fight Night or Knockout Kings. It was Knockout Kings at the time, and Ready to Rumble ain't had no chance against that. But you know, so I still liked it for what it was.
Nice. All right, cool. All right, yeah. As for me, of course, it was Power Stone. I've been clamoring and hoping that Sega would bring out another Power Stone. I mean, the Dreamcast is still one of my favorite consoles, of course, next to the to me is my all-time favorite console is the PlayStation 1, believe it or not. But the Xbox One X is actually kind of trumping both the more that I play on this thing. So it's definitely the Dreamcast was in a league of its own. And it's sad that it didn't have a lot of support at the end of the day, because you had Nintendo with the GameCube, and of course you had Nintendo, you had PlayStation 2, and that time it was like ridiculous hype. And Xbox, yeah. And so
did that.
Well, yeah, but check this out though. This is something else that there was some information, and I couldn't wait to say this. I didn't know if anybody knew about this. There was an article that came out, and it was basically talking about the relationship with Microsoft and with Sega, and how tight it was at one point in time, especially as we know that the plug-in in the back, it said Microsoft, all that, they helped them with that to where they could play games online. But before Sega, the CEO of Sega at the time, before he knew that Sega was what the Dreamcast was about to die, and what he asked Bill Gates to do was to take those games, all the online games, and put those games onto the Xbox. And what happened? We didn't see it, right? Because Bill Gates turned it down. Right then and there was the very start of the relationship between the Japanese market and Xbox, kind of going down the tubes. All he wanted was to make sure that those games still had life and that they had possibilities to keep on thriving. And just think about what the relationship would be like now.
I got to interject though, Mega. I got to interject on that, Mega.
Okay, go ahead.
It started before that. You know what I'm saying? Bernie Stolar, the guy that launched the PlayStation, was actually working for Sega at the time. And he was prepping up the launch for the Sega Dreamcast. He knew that Sega of Japan was bleeding money, all right, because they had ditched the Sega Saturn. All right, remember how a lot of those games were actually unfinished in the last years or two? The last 1 or 2 years, a lot of games were being delivered on that console unfinished, all right, because they was trying to compete with the PlayStation. Okay, so Bernie Stolar ended up talking to Microsoft and Bill Gates, all right? And Microsoft and Bill Gates was actually gonna put up the money to manufacture the consoles itself, to manufacture the Dreamcast, so that Sega wouldn't absorb that cost and they could just concentrate on just making games. Okay? But Sega of Japan was against what Sega of America wanted at the time. And they were like, no, we don't want anything from any American companies. We're going to manufacture it ourselves. Okay? And we saw how that shit worked out. Okay? So I can imagine when these guys went to Bill Gates a year later after the Dreamcast basically flopped, I can understand why Microsoft decided to turn their asses down. It's like, dude, motherfuckers, we try to fucking help you out before you even launched a motherfucker. But yet y'all motherfuckers were so damn proud sitting on your motherfucking high horses and shit. Now look at you now. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand why Bill Gates and them ain't jump on it.
Right. But I mean, what was sad is that the man passed away not too long after that. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it's even worse, bro.
Yeah, which made it even worse. And it's still, you know what I'm saying? And that even adds even more fuel to the fire, even though it's like I get what Bill Gates was trying to do, because they were trying to establish their own company.
Yeah.
But again, how much is so many hands has been involved between that day when the Xbox first started into now, and then the relationship between Sega and Microsoft, even though it's still cool, but it's still kind of like at a distance. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully Phil came out there and started making stuff happen, especially for the information that we were hearing about, that they're starting to make a different development of a development team to go out to Shanghai, Tokyo, and and out there in South Korea. So hopefully that, or it could be either or of any of those places, but they're trying to reach out to the devs out there and maybe try to get something to go, because regardless of what I've been saying this, and I hope you guys can agree with this, is that it doesn't matter if you like Japanese games or not. Having the option to have those games to be on Xbox is a win for everybody, because more options is exactly what it is. So anyway, I wanted to.
I still ain't chime in though on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. My bad.
All right. My fondest memories, of course, was the launch. All right, I was actually standing online before midnight, 9/9/99. All right, September 9th of 1999. That's when the actual Dreamcast launched. All right, I thought that shit was just brilliant marketing and whatnot. And I picked up, like, I think 10 games that first day. I picked up NFL 2K. I picked up NFL Football. I picked up Soul Calibur, Ready to Rumble, Sonic Adventure. I mean, everything under the sun. It was like 16 games at launch, people. That shit was fucking ridiculous, bro. I was fucking, my mind was blown. I was like, what the fuck, yo? All these games, yo, man. Dude, I was playing the living hell out of Afro Thunder with my homeboys. On Soul Calibur, what we was doing, we was actually taking the life bars off. So you had infinite life. The only way you lost is by getting kicked out the fucking ring, bro. All right? I'm talking about that shit was just so lit, man, back in that era. And then all the games that came out afterwards in that year following, I mean, we had games like Shenmue 2. We had games like Tech Romancer by Capcom. We had Rival Schools, United by Fate by Power Stone. It was all these wicked games, Outrigger, Virtual On. I mean, dude, this shit was just sick as hell, man.
Yeah.
And then once the PlayStation 2 dropped, though, that was all she wrote, man.
The Dreamcast still outperformed it in 2D games.
No, definitely, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we forgot to mention the game that changed the company, Code Veronica.
Oh, well.
That was the shit, bro. I forgot about that.
You know, your boy Lemon be dropping those gems.
I thought it was Shenmue, because I thought that's because before I went and told that little story, that was going to be the game that I thought that revolutionized and kind of opened up the open world gen was Shenmue.
Dude, Code Veronica was co-developed by Sega, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, Code Veronica was the shit. And one of the games that I love to this day, and you know what I'm saying, and you know how skeptical I am about a VR, but if I see a VR version of House of the Dead, I'm all over.
I forgot about that game too.
Vigilante 8, love that.
Yes.
I loved
that was Twisted Metal on crack.
Yeah, well, Dirt Devils too. I think that was called Dirt Devils. I knew it was something Devil something, but it was where you had they had the environments and they had tornadoes and shit everywhere. Man, me and my homeboys played that game, and listen, going to Chuck and what he was saying about like the VMUs. They saved a lot of fights, because when we were playing Madden back in the days, I couldn't tell you how many fights that homeboys was having, because we were
my plays.
Yeah. You looking at my plays, and so I had to make a rule, because I'm tired of you motherfuckers in my house fighting. I'm saying set tripping this shit. We gonna set the rules.
Hey, cats do be fighting over some madness.
Yeah. You turn your head and don't look at the screen. So that was the rule right off the bat. Even if they brought new cats to the house.
2K was crazy. 2K was the craziest, because it was like the football purists used to only play those games. Like, you couldn't really get anybody the football casual to play it, because they were like, "What do you mean I can't run back like 50 yards and do a loop and then throw a Hail Mary? Like, what the fuck is going on?" Like 2K, your ass to get sacked.
Yeah. 2K was still revolutionary. I hate that that Madden did what they did. I knew why they did it, because they knew that they were in trouble, and especially that a whole generation, how sorry those Maddens were last gen. It was abysmal. So anyway, Dreamcast to me is a testament of is to me one of the greatest Japanese consoles of all time. You know what I'm saying? It had all the games, and also one of my.
It was basically going to be broadcasting your game of dreams, bro.
Yes, yeah. Don't forget Echo the Dolphin. Don't forget about.
Oh my gosh, yes, Echo the fucking Dolphin, bro.
And my sleeper, I should say my game that I would play. When nobody was around. I love that game to death. It was Channel 5.
Oh,
Space Channel 5.
Space Channel 5, bro. I love that shit. Ooh-la, man. I was over there moving. I was like, go, ooh-la, go.
Yo, the sequel even had Michael Jackson up in that mug.
I know, bro. I love that game, bro. I was playing that shit. So yeah, man. Big shout out to the Dreamcast.
I even played me some Sambo de Amigo, man.
With
the maracas and shit. That shit was bugged out, man. I ain't care, man. Shit.
Let me give a shout out to Cedric. Let me tell Cedric. I just now seen that. Sorry, my dude. He says for me it was CVS, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and Sonic Adventure. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh yes, Capcom versus SNK Chaos.
SNK, yes.
So,
I mean, and also that game was only a Japanese import. Not that game, but the game I'm going to say was Rival Schools 2. It was only a Japanese import, but and I got that game, and you could put the mod chip into that, and you could play that. So and that's
how I played Rival Schools as well, and Technomancer. I don't believe that shit came to the States either.
Yeah, and Rival Schools too. Yep. Man. It was. Man.
Matter of fact, I remember playing a game that was just like, remember Space Harrier?
Mm-hmm.
It was the Space Harrier mechanics, except it was a little witch on a broom. And she used to be able to run on the ground and then jump on the broom and start blasting shit in the air, kind of like Space Harrier. It was called Rainbow Cotton. I was like, wow.
Oh, I never played that. You took it to the next level for that one on me.
Dude, I was taking all them Japanese imports because they stopped bringing Dreamcast games stateside. Know what I'm saying? That didn't mean I stopped playing it. Shit.
No, we was on that point. I just went hardcore on the Power Stone and Power Stone 2 and Soul Calibur and then the 2Ks.
Power Stone was the biggest challenger to Smash.
I mean, Power Stone would rival Smash today. Like if Power Stone came back, that would be, and that's what trips me out is like why Sega don't even try to bring back Power Stone, because that game was that. I mean, no, sorry, Capcom. Why Capcom wouldn't bring that game back? Because that would be the perfect game to compete against.
They actually did, K-Mega.
What happened?
They actually brought a Capcom game over to Microsoft at the beginning of this generation. You know, right around the time, like let's say about a year before the Street Fighter V was announced for PlayStation. What Capcom did is that they took a demo of Street Fighter V to PlayStation in order to finance, and then they took a demo of Power Stone over to Microsoft to finance at Redmond. All right, Redmond up in my where Microsoft is at,
Seattle.
And Redmond, Seattle, and the guys that played the game were this dev. It's not a dev team, but it's actually a group of quality testers for games, for online games and stuff like that. They're called the Animal House. All right, that's what they call themselves and whatnot. And they said one day a game mysteriously showed up in their Xbox, and it was a Capcom game. All right, and it was actually Power Stone. It was actually kind of like Super Smash Brothers Melee. They said they stopped all work on anything else that day. All that team played was fucking Power Stone the entire fucking day. And the next day, the game was gone. Okay, so from what my understanding, from what they told me, is that they decided to pass. Microsoft decided to pass on that Power Stone demo, right? Because it was a proof of concept. It was a proof of concept that they took to Microsoft. Even though these guys loved the game, Microsoft still decided to pass.
Wow, that's garbage. Oh my God, that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. Look, like that's insane to me. Hopefully that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that Capcom is going back to the catalog, and now it's finally getting their head out their ass, starting to bring out some of these old classics. And so now, hopefully, that they can go and revitalize some of these great games that they have in their portfolio, because
they made some cheddar along the way, so they should finance their Power Stone themselves, man. Fuck the dumb shit.
Yeah, I have to agree with. I mean, what I'm saying, Christopher, he's over here saying he's been saying some other ill stuff in here, but this last part he said right here was like, Microsoft messed up. Yeah, they did mess up on a lot of things when it comes in regard to the Japanese market. There's no doubt about that. But anyway, let's get on to the next topic, man. And I just wanted to give a big shout out, big love to Dreamcast, man, because I I love the Dreamcast. They need to make a Dreamcast Mini, if you ask me, for real.
Hell yeah.
That's what they need to do. But anyway, all right. So this was some news that was circling around on the PlayStation boards because it's been kind of quiet. It's been kind of quiet lately. I was wondering what was going on. I said, "Where's the PlayStation brethren at? Where's these dudes at? They've been kind of quiet." And then I come to find out, because I don't pay attention, that they lost MPD to Nintendo, which I know that they feel sick about that. And we're not going to talk about. We're not gonna talk about no damn MPDs. I don't care about that. But they lost to Nintendo. They were second place. Microsoft came third. But of course, they're all close. So regardless of any of that, but there's been two things. One was that somebody came out and they posted that what was it? Bloodborne sold. Bloodborne had 11 million. This person said sold out there. He said 11 million sold. Come to find out that it wasn't sold. It was 11 million users. And then the next issue was that there's a new Tecmo game coming out. It's going to be announced on the 6th of next month. And basically, it said that it was for PC, PlayStation 4, and for the Switch. Already that there was people that's trying to assume, and in the article it shows Ray Harabusa from Ninja Gaiden. So they're trying to pretend like it's Ninja Gaiden that's going to be coming to just only to the PlayStation and to the Switch and PC and not come to the Xbox. So I'm going to go straight to you, Fred. What is your thoughts on this? Do you think that any of those things were true?
The Capcom part, the Ninja Gaiden part, there's the one that stands out to me. And I could see Sony doing some shit like this because they've done it with Capcom. We just discussed it. They did it with Street Fighter. So could they kind of block a game from going to Xbox? Yeah. I mean, they've had some shady practices in the past where they've done some shit like this. So it wouldn't surprise me if they came out with a Ninja Gaiden or something like that and stopped it from coming on the Xbox console. Just to keep in mind, like, you have to look at their lineup next year. It's not very heavy first party. So they're going to do what they did at the beginning, maybe the middle of this generation, where they kind of just focused on getting those deals like that and keeping things off the Xbox. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if they did something like this, to be honest with you.
Really? Okay. Well, what about the Bloodborne? The supposedly 11 million sold.
I don't really get caught up in numbers and what sold what. I mean, they got a shitload of consoles out there, so it sold. That sounds kind of high, to be honest with you.
Because that would be more than God of War right now, right?
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Those numbers don't sound right, man, at all. But and I think we were talking about this pregame. They're talking about either sold versus active users. There's a big difference there. But that's a lot. I don't think that's an accurate statement, to be honest with you.
No, you think that's okay? That's that fanboy fair. They they try to spin it. Okay, all right.
Ain't nobody checking for that game like that. Fuck out of here.
I mean, like, think about it. Like, I mean, and this is just a generation of a game. Pick a console, right? Especially with single player games, like they're hyped up for like the first 3-4 months that it's out. Maybe it gets a little bit of boost when some DLC comes out. But like outside of that, like you don't really hear about those games outside of those first 3 months. It's just kind of like it's hot and then it's done. Once people finish those games, they move on to the next game. And maybe people are still buying it who don't own it, but that's a really high number for that game. Really high. Considering like no one's talking about it anymore. Like no one's discussing that game. That's really high. And those numbers would have come out. When did Bloodborne release?
2014.
And we're just now talking about 11,000 numbers. Like, I mean, that's I don't believe that.
Let's talk about that game being so beautiful. Got like 3 colors.
Oh shit! Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be messy already. Don't do that.
4K. Look like it's black and white. I'm sorry.
Yo. And then defense though, this was before HDR.
Okay. All right.
How about HD?
Wait, they could have.
Remember, 4K. I mean, 1080p made you a better gamer, guys.
They could have PS Pro enhanced that game. Could they not? Colors. I mean, shit. We got Halo 1. enhanced. So if we can get that shit, you know what I mean? Why can't they get Bloodborne enhanced if they like that shit so much? You know what I mean?
Obviously, didn't sell 11 million copies.
Hell no, it didn't sell no damn 11 million.
Okay, all right. Let me go to operations. No, you good? I love operations. What? I should say Verge. What do you think about this, man? On either topic.
Ooh, well, we've seen this before with some Japanese publishers. They don't mention other platforms, but it'll still come to Xbox. For some reason, they just don't want to mention Xbox for some bizarre reason. I think the same case happened with, was it One Piece World Seeker, I believe? It was initially announced for PlayStation, and I believe PC as well. It's going there as well. It was later released. It was later announced for Xbox as well. I don't know. There's some weird shit they always do with Xbox. I don't know why. It looks like they don't like money, because like if you can afford to play on multiple platforms, why not add one more and advertise it as well, get more consumers to support your game? But I don't know. That's their fucking business. If they want to run to the ground, that's on them. But like if it's a Ninja Gaiden and we lose it and we actually miss out on it, that's a big loss for Xbox. Like, I love Ninja Gaiden IP. I still have to beat it myself, but when I played it, I loved it. But like it's like what Phil said, I believe it was an XO or some one of these press conferences. He's talking to Japanese developers. He's trying his best, but unfortunately, everyone's slip through the cracks that we just miss out on. So I guess this is a part where comes with only multiple consoles helps for you, because if you can't get an Xbox, get on a PlayStation or a Switch or PC, wherever it is. So yeah, just try to cover your bases with it.
Nice. Yeah, I do agree with that. It would be a hard hit to a lot of Xbox fans if PlayStation did have some exclusive rights to Ninja Gaiden. That would.
Plus, we have a backwards compatible right now, so that'd be a bigger blow.
Yeah, I know that would hurt. All right, what about you, Livewire? Since you was over there chiming in a little bit earlier, what do you think about either one of these stories about Bloodborne or about Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah, the Ninja Gaiden shit would suck. That'd be for sure. But you know, if PlayStation did that, man, they must have saw that their lineup was looking even worse than it was when they were saying it was sparse. They gotta go to those type of tactics, because remember when they had all those games coming out, they didn't even want indies on their stage. They said fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and your mother. Like, so now it's like they going back like we ain't got games like that. So I guess now it's back to no, we're all friends. PlayStation loves everybody again. But that Bloodborne shit is just bullshit, dog. It ain't 12 million. Fuck out of here. Come
on, man. It's Bloodborne. It's one of the greatness.
No, come on.
Listen here, man. I'm gonna put on my PlayStation hat right now.
Shit is Dark Souls.
No,
you bots are just afraid of true greatness. Bloodborne is the truth.
Nah, man. No.
Explain. What does Xbox have?
Halo. So they still think
we're not talking about Halo, Gears of War. What does Xbox have? They don't have no Bloodborne.
No, we don't got no damn Bloodborne.
11 million.
Super Lucky Tales. What's wrong with you?
Oh my God. No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, for people that love it, I'm sure Bloodborne is great, but those games have never sold like 12 million.
I know.
Bloodborne or what's the other one?
Dark Souls.
And that's a multiplayer.
Over $1 million.
And Dark Souls is a multiplayer, and that shit still ain't hitting 12 million. What happened?
Because both of those type of games are for a hardcore crowd. That's why.
True.
I wouldn't even say it's a hardcore crowd. I just
that's a hardcore crowd, son. That's a hardcore.
No. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's necessarily hardcore. I just think it's people that like that certain type of grindy type of game. Like, some people like to get kicked in the nuts before they have sex. Well, that doesn't mean that people that like having sex the only way they can get it up is getting kicked in the nuts.
Your analogies are so bizarre.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I know, right?
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
I'm just saying that just because people online Bloodborne doesn't mean that they're nobody like that. You don't have to be Bloodborne doesn't have to be in your library for you to be considered a hardcore gamer. It just means you like getting kicked in the nuts. That's all.
No, I'm talking about the people that love that game is hardcore about that game. It's a hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore. Yeah, but I mean,
a hardcore game
about anybody. Shit, people are hardcore about Sea of Thieves. Shit, I can't do in that game. That motherfuckers be coming out with treasure on top of treasure. Them motherfuckers is hardcore.
Okay,
you can't say they not.
I got to cut you off before you go into another analogy that just goes way left. Thank you, Live. All right. Kicked in the okay. All right. Kaleidoscope, please help me.
Yo, go stand in the corner for about 15 minutes. Come back.
Hey, little Kareem Hunt, sit your ass in the corner and relax.
I ain't power drive nobody.
Yo. Live went so left, I forgot what the subject was about, bro.
Oh my God. Okay.
We're talking about kicking people in the nuts.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's all I understood, man. Is that he's talking about kicking people in the nuts. I was like, what the? Oh shit.
Bruh, see, this is why the ladies are so viable. This is the pre right there because they would cut that shit off immediately. I got a pit bull that's loose, and people are like, "Go get your pit." I'm like,
she'd have been like, "I'll kick him in the nuts too."
Yeah, I got him. Oh my Lord!
That's for damn sure.
Anyway, so
you missed one. I got the other side.
Oh shit! Damn.
And dragging his well tonight.
And undercover, Delilah would go ahead and just kick just because on the fly.
Don't kick it too, okay.
And say, "Excuse me."
Oh, did I do that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I am so bad that your shit is in your throat.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Damn.
All right. So, a kaleidoscope. What is your thoughts on either this 11 million sold for Bloodborne, supposedly, and that there could be that these rumors about that the game is going to be announced is going to be Ninja Gaiden for just PlayStation, Switch, and
well, I'll go in the order you mentioned it. Bloodborne, I don't believe it. All right. One of the things that I read, it was 11 million people played it. All right. So that's what I understood. 11 million people played it. All right. Know what I'm saying? So it could be people with different accounts. Know what I'm saying? Game sharing, whatever the fuck. Or it was free at one time on a PlayStation Network. Who the fuck knows? But 11 million people played it. Kudos to them for that. Know what I'm saying? Now, as far as Ninja Gaiden, hell to the fucking no.
All right, that's why I want.
All right, hell's to the fucking no. All right, just for the simple fact that I see that they're doing Dead or Alive 6. That's going to be coming out in February, and on the digital pre-order, if you pre-order it digitally, you'll get a free costume for Kasumi. All right, which is the main character. A free costume for Kasumi on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Now, also on the Xbox One, you get something extra. You get an extra costume for Ryu Haya fucking Busa.
Ooh,
all right.
Okay, hold on. I have to let you say that again, and please say it a little slower for those out there that may not comprehend, because you do talk a little fast. You know what I'm saying? You Puerto Rican talk really fast. You know what I'm saying? So let me just go ahead and break it down. Break it down for us, okay?
All right. And also, you'll get another digital download. All right, only on the Xbox One. All right, and it's actually Ryu Haya fucking Busa. All right. You actually get an extra costume for Ryu Hayabusa only on the Xbox One. All right. So, now, there were rumors a couple of years back, right, about a Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden coming. Who knows, right? But we do get the extra costume, though.
Okay, and and I think everybody on the panel will agree with this. If PlayStation did have the rights to Ninja Gaiden. Okay. You think PlayStation would allow that to happen?
Hells to the fucking nah.
Thank you. And no disrespect to saying that Puerto Ricans talk fast, but you Puerto Rican, Knox, you know what I'm saying? He-Bot, when y'all get into the role, it starts spinning, Jack, and I'm like, what? Y'all just start spinning, they start flowing and shit. So anyway, I had to just make that, but that's great. Great. That right there. Okay. Who else did I go to? Oh, Lemon. What do you think about this? Do you think any of this is real? What do you think?
Well, I don't know, man. It'd be bad for the business because there's a lot of fans on another platform, and that's a multi-plat. It would hurt the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like Street Fighter.
Street Fighter didn't hurt the industry.
Street Fighter flopped.
What? Street Fighter
Facts.
But Street Fighter flopped. Hold on, Lemon. I got to put on my PlayStation hat again. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you Xbot. Listen okay. Right here.
No. Let me explain something to you. First of all, I own Street Fighter. I'm a Street Fighter fan.
I own 2 Street Fighters. I said 3. I own both of them.
Now,
listen, look. Do you own it on PC too?
I don't double dip.
Then hush your ass up and let me talk. Xbox. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I show support for my PlayStation games. Listen, if that's the case, then why is it that Street Fighter is like at the top at those Evos?
You know why? Because it's a classic. It ain't because
it's a tournament fighter. So the tournament players played it. Because the tournament players don't number in the millions.
Yeah, the tournament players are not indicative.
First of all, there was 1.6 million sold. That game went to $19. You know what?
Listen here, X. We don't want those type of facts. We just want to talk about Evo right now. We don't.
Yeah, okay. All right, listen.
Yo,
I was part of that 1.6 million, and that was the first Street Fighter that had more PC players than console.
Oh my God!
I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to do this tonight.
No.
I don't want to do this. I'm sorry.
That's hurting them.
I'm sorry. No, I don't want to hurt nobody because I was hurt. It took us forever to get content. They revamped that game like 20 times. The game we got now is nowhere near compared to what we bought. We always hurt. I spent my money. I bought the collector's edition. I got Ryu with the Xbox One X. He's standing like he holding an Xbox One X figure.
Mm-hmm.
I paid $100 and something for that statue.
Thank God I didn't.
I was mad. I
didn't buy that PlayStation 4 bundle.
It was horrible.
I would have traded my PlayStation 4 in, and I would have been a true.
One thing we buy fighters and sports games for is for one thing: competition.
So
the game was not good at launch.
No, it wasn't good for 4 or 5
people hated the content. Let's not talk about the people already on the disc. They was already on the disc, and they're charging you for it.
Right. The original content was absolutely atrocious. So when they can come up there and talk about that, that's right. No,
I hate Street Fighter. I love it now, but that game was not good when it came out.
No, it was ass. If it was look,
$19 after a month.
Where was you having the same energy about Street Fighter 5 like y'all did about Sea of Thieves? That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know. Bloodborne. 11 million
I just
people
want to know
played it.
Where was that same energy at when Street Fighter 5 came with that content, Jack? I just want to know that. But look, I got my PlayStation hat on, so you Xbox, I will not break down on this. Look,
now let me get into my Bloodborne thing.
We #1, baby. Call of Duty out there running stuff. Where's y'all's Xbox shooters? Where's Halo at? Come on now.
Never left 1 million people playing every month.
We don't want those facts.
We don't want those facts.
We don't want those type of facts. I just want you to just get mad and angry and just say some dumb shit.
Those are alternative facts, sir. I want to hear those.
We got Live Wire for that. I ain't saying nothing dumb. Shit. First of all, you got to watch Sony with their statements, because they also said that Uncharted outsold Halo 5. That's funny, because y'all gave 8 million of them away as pack-ins.
That is true.
Facts.
Why do people count free copies of a game bundle at console?
Nintendo started that with Mario 64. They was the culprits that started that. That's when they started counting pack-ins as games sold. But if the console cost the price and you giving a game for free,
right?
How you're not paying for that? That's free.
That's like counting samples as your bottom line.
Right. Spider-Man came free with the PS4.
Word. That's how I got my PS4 Pro, man. Like, I bought the Slim, then traded that bit bullshit back in, kept Spider-Man, and then fucking bought the Pro, traded in fucking Red Dead, because I already had Red Dead on the greatness of on the God box. And then
see, Live Wire, you're gonna have people boycott the channel.
And then on top of it, so basically how much the Pro cost?
400.
400. That's how much I paid for it. 400 and Spider-Man. That shit was free, dog. I had to pay shit extra. And that shit's still 60, man.
I don't care about numbers. I play games. I own Bloodborne. I own Spider-Man. I own God of War. I own Halo. I own everything. I don't care about these numbers. That's for idiots that want to keep the stupid war that don't exist going on.
I'm still waiting for a sale since my hookup fell through. But that's okay, though. I'm still going to get Spider-Man eventually. I'm just waiting for that other sale.
No, nobody should buy you Spider-Man. Absolutely no one should buy this guy another game. He's damn near 50.
What are you talking? What are you talking about?
In here asking for games.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Commotion, baby. You know what I'm saying? Look, the support. Hey, man.
Yeah, they gave the game away for free, and they still ain't buying it for you.
They gave what for free? Oh, you talking about with a place? I got a Slim, and I can't even watch my games on my PlayStation because they ashy as hell when I turn on the X, and then I say I gotta play on this PlayStation, man. I got to get some run on this baby.
That's why I traded that bitch in, bro.
And I started. Even on this QLED I just got, bro. On this QLED, this shit is nasty as hell.
That shit look crazy, don't it? That shit look crazy, yo.
It looks distorted. I said what?
I was looking at the. I was playing God of War. I was looking at God of War. I was like, this shit don't look right.
It don't look.
This is turning into an Xbox only station.
I know.
And I'm gonna have to disperse from this.
I was like, I got to get it pro. I got to get it pro.
Let's get on to the next topic, man. Let's get on to the next topic.
This life is hard.
I know, but I was about to get onto our rants. Anyway, that's what gets us into a long 3-hour show. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Fred will take it out.
Delilah in the comments. Check these fools, Delilah. Check them.
What's she say?
No, I'm telling her to check you now. Maybe she forgot. Check them.
Anyway, regardless. Anyway. Speaking of PlayStation right now, let's get into some other news about PlayStation right now. Okay, Will, it looks like that there was some kind of leaks coming out about cartridges, right? And then of course, there was some people that was using that maybe the PlayStation 5 would be getting into some kind of cartridge thing, which I absolutely do not agree with whatsoever. So what it seems to be to me is that they're going to bring another handheld into the picture.
I got the answer.
All right, so hold on. Let me go on here. We got guests. So the guests.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So shut your ass up. Anyway, so what we got? You know what I'm saying? You know. I'm
gonna shut up, but when you leave, I'm gonna start talking again.
Hey, you know what? We ain't on the Dragon's Den. Don't start it now.
Damn,
don't do
shots is being fired.
Yeah, we ain't on
light skin on light skin.
I know. When I'm on the Dragon's Den and I'm saying something, you know what I'm saying, you can go ahead and you can do it. But here, GRG, know your place. Anyway.
Damn.
Cold blooded. Anyway, so operations, man. Let me know what you think about this. I mean, do you think this is a handheld, and if it is a handheld, do you think that Sony is still going to support it? Will you support it?
Bro, I barely score on PlayStation 4. I ain't scoring on damn handheld.
Oh man, come on, man! Y'all sound like some bots around here, man. We supposed to be all gamers.
Bro, I'm being honest. Like right now, I mean, if they're gonna make the handheld, they gotta support it. If they don't, they're done as far as the gaming division. Because like you already, if you're gonna make a handheld and not just a console, and you drop the support for the handheld, what else is there for you to do? Support PS4? I know we're a new generation, but I mean, like as far as Sony right now, I don't know what to think of them. They're not being how they used to be, like announcing everything in advance, being gun ho like they usually do. They're trying to be all quiet, keep the cards close to their chest. So at this point, if they're making cartridges or have patents for cartridges, I wouldn't be surprised to see a handheld at this point because they don't want to mention PS5 that much at this point. So who knows what's going on in Sony right now? If it's a handheld, it is what it is. Just expect a lot. Just expect a catastrophe when that shit gets announced.
Okay. All right. Cool. What about you, Brett? Have you even owned any of the previous handhelds that Sony has had?
I had the PSP portable for a little while. I actually liked it. It was a nice little device. It kind of reminds me of the Switch, but obviously a smaller version of it. But I don't know. It depends on how they implement it. If it's going to be like a streaming type deal, or might have to buy separate games and separate, completely different games for it. Sony has a habit of copying people, if you haven't noticed that. Yes. So I could see them coming up with something kind of on the Switch level where it's a portable / docking station type deal. Maybe it's like a prototype or something like that. Whether they release it or not is a different story, but I don't know. I wouldn't support it personally. They didn't support it last time. So why the fuck would I what's going to change, And it's like with Xbox, even though they've only really had one console. Sony has tried to do this before, and with their peripherals and stuff like that, they don't really support them. And Microsoft does the same thing with the Kinect and that kind of shit like that. But I don't know, man. I can't see myself spending what Sony's probably going to charge for something like this, like $300-400 for a handheld,
right?
Just to play inferior games on it, and then still have to buy them later, possibly my PlayStation. So I want to see how it's implemented. If that's a true statement, if that's really something they're going towards, if it's like one of those deals where like if I buy it on my PS4 digitally and I can play it on my handheld, it's a maybe. But I don't really buy games on my shit now, to be honest with you. Maybe like the hitters. But outside of that, like I'm not seeing it as being something that I'm going to purchase as a consumer.
And to be honest, with the direction technology is going in right now, I understand Nintendo want to make a handheld, right? Because they're having success with the Switch. Sony, on our hand, are not as technologically behind as Nintendo are. So for them, if you want to go mobile, the smartest option would be a streaming service like Microsoft is trying to do xCloud. So like making a handheld, this would be more of a loss than a benefactory for them. Because if you have the service infrastructure for a streaming service, you don't make a handheld because everybody has smartphones. Well, a lot of people have smartphones nowadays. So people already have the hardware. You just provide the software and service for that. You actually save a lot more money, be more profitable in that area. So I don't see much of the end game of them making a handheld in this part. But I'll let the next person go.
Oh, that's fine. No, you're good. You're good. All right, Chuck. What do you think about this? I mean, have you ever owned any of the handhelds from PlayStation? And do you think PlayStation will support this if this cartridge entity is going to be a new handheld for Sony?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, like Predator was saying, basically, you know, saying PlayStation do have a pattern they follow that's somebody else's pattern. I mean, I had the PSP and I used to have a whole bunch of Game Boys and stuff like that, but I never really could find myself putting no real time or no real effort into playing none of those games. So all the games was on there. I never could find myself really getting immersed into it. I never was that type of player, but I know they got a lot of people that do. And if they don't have it where it's compatible with the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5, they wasting their time trying to come out with something like that. But they might still be trying to do it because see the handheld market, they might try to catch it before it be completely wiped out with the cell phones. And nowadays, their best bet would be to have something to come out where you can have like a thumb drive or something like that where it can hold like your data or something, and they can have it where your phone could be the screen. You know what I'm saying? They have something they can have to connect to your phone to be able to do it instead of having where it have its own screen, you know, to cut back on price or something. They got to do something creative and they got to do something brand new for anybody to even pay any mind or any attention to this.
Okay. All right. Really good points. Really good points. Really good points. All right. What about you, Kaleidoscope?
Me personally, I don't care about a PlayStation handheld. But I know there's people out there that do like it. So it's just like what Chuck said. It got to be compatible with the PlayStation 5. Because then otherwise, what's the sense of getting it, bro?
Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, look, I mean, it's got to be compatible with the PlayStation 5. But I mean, do you think that it could be possibly compatible with like those old Vita games as well?
Nah, they're not Microsoft. They don't think like that.
Oh man, come on! No, that would.
He has a point.
I don't know. I mean, they did it with the PS3. Let's just be honest. They did do it with the PS3, right? But that drove up the cost. Right? And Sony is not a tech giant like Microsoft and whatnot. So they don't know how to lower down the cost. They do off-the-shelf parts, which makes it more expensive.
At future-proofing their technology as well.
Say that again?
They're also something great with future-proofing their technology. Like look at PS3. Like as far as backwards compatibility with that PS4, it's like instrumental task for them to even try to implement it. So they pretty much gave up on it at this point, which is why we have PSN now at this point. So Sony, as far as like backwards compatibility on a portable device, if we're not certain it's going to be on the traditional console, I won't expect it on a handheld.
Wow. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty crazy to me, man. I mean, that just to come to think about it, it's crazy. Livewire, what do you think about this? I mean, you think Sony is going to bring back another handheld, and would you support it?
I'm not. No, I don't play handhelds like that. So I'm not going to go out my way and buy it. I'm just trying to figure out what is their angle. Are they going to try to put it in the Switch price range? And if so, then it's like, all right, so you're gonna have. Is it going to be a hybrid? Is it just going to be a handheld? Because the Switch is a hybrid, so unless they're going to charge less for it, I don't fucking understand the point of them doing this shit.
I think it's going to be a hybrid because if you remember the old, from the old stuff, information that we were getting about the SKUs, that they were going to be having a tablet like. I don't know. It was going to be a tablet, and it was going to be something that you could play your games on. It was going to be very Switch-like. So it just comes to me that it will be something that will be connected to PlayStation 5, but it'll be a different SKU, I'm sure. I don't know. Keep going.
I don't see it. No, that won't even make any sense. You're going to connect it to a PlayStation 5? Then what the fuck is the point?
It's trying to be like the Switch and.
Yeah, but the Switch is not going to be like $400 or $500. It's $300. So and it is a console in itself, a low end console. So unless you're going to convert all the PlayStation 4s and be like, for moving forward, we're not making PlayStation 4 like that. We're going to make this hybrid PlayStation 4 you could take on the go and dock it like the Switch. I mean, because I would assume it have to be at least the same power as the original PS4, if not as strong as the PS4 Pro when docked. I don't know. Like I would have to see what their angle is, because I don't see the point in having a handheld, especially when that's not really what they are good at.
Dude, I agree with you, man. It seems kind of shady. Why would they sell an individual handheld and an individual console?
Yeah, to me,
the Nintendo Switch is doing both in one.
I feel no different than Microsoft doing. That's why I felt when they announced the whole cloud, X Cloud, and you can play on your phone. I was like, that makes sense. They don't have to build any hardware for that shit. So if you choose to do that, that's all up to you. Nobody's forcing you to do it. They're not spending a lot of money to do it, and people can still use X Cloud and not even use a cell phone to stream. They can stream it to their computer if they want to, their laptop. So it's not just one way to do it for the xCloud, but for a handheld, it's just a fucking piece of hardware that is just like, how many people have Switches that don't even fucking play them as a portable? So it's like I don't understand I don't know.
I think Nintendo released those statistics a little while ago, saying about half their population does handheld and like docked at home. I believe. Do y'all remember that? They released that some time ago.
Because you got for them, you got people that, number one, Nintendo fans are conditioned to deal with handhelds.
Oh, of course,
the people that own like my brother owned a GameCube and 3 Game Boys. Never thought once about like, well, you got a GameCube, why get the Game Boys? Oh, well, Pokemon plays better on the handheld than it does on the console. All right, whatever. I don't get the shit, but that's what you say. Cool. And that's how the Nintendo fans have been conditioned for the longest. They don't see anything wrong with that. That's how they are. But like PlayStation, they're all about the cinematic experience. You're not going to get a super cinematic experience on a fucking handheld. Top of the line.
There's rumors that there's guys that's saying that this handheld, and there's people in the chat that's even saying this is too, that this handheld is going to be 4K.
Fake news. Next topic.
Okay, we got to get 108 Dragon.
Wow.
108.
Streaming? Yes. It must be streaming.
Hey, this is why you got your boy Lemon on his show, baby.
Yeah, go ahead.
I dropped gems. I need you to share my screen.
All right. Come on, let's go.
Share my screen.
All right, I got you.
You got a shirt on, right, bro?
Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, right here. It's right there. Shared.
All right. What I'm going to tell y'all is, first of all, it's not even about a handheld. This is why you got to be careful and research what people put out there. I don't see it on the screen.
It's on the screen. I'm looking dead at it, man.
All right, look.
I'm on 2 different screens.
Okay, what you see here is a cartridge that everybody went crazy for.
The stream can't see it. The people can't see it.
Yeah, the people.
Yeah, you probably have to share to the you got to make it live.
They need to see this.
Okay.
The people must see.
Now,
all right.
Oh, here you go.
Do I need to play some music or something?
No.
All you gotta do is just talk, and it'll just be on the screen anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Now, the thing is, this cartridge was patented for something that's already out that they're advancing. And if K Mega would bring up the screen, I would show you the device.
Screen is up, bro. Come on.
You still can't see it. I'm looking at the stream live right now.
Yeah.
All we see is Lemon's icon. That's it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why you got to show something. So Lemon have to.
It is up there.
Lemon, you fucking up.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to share the screen though, Lemon. You got to do that.
How I share my screen?
Man.
No, I need y'all to tell
I
me.
share my screen, but can't know how to share screen.
Just
Wow.
turn your camera on.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Oh, you talking about you a tech dude?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Y'all see my screen
Yeah,
now?
thank
Yeah,
you.
we
Y'all
did.
see it?
Come on.
Okay,
man.
We
my
don't see
bad.
it when you
Listen,
talk.
this is the patent that the cartridge that everybody's going crazy for. This is a cartridge that's already designed for a toy that's out in Japan, and this is what the cartridge is for. It is not no goddamn console. It is
Oh,
fake news.
shit.
You
Whoa.
know your boy Lemon is the tech genius. Well, I didn't know how to share my screen, but now I know how to share my screen. This is what it's for. It's a toy for kids in Japan, an educational toy. It is not a handheld. They are not getting into the market. Next subject.
Why didn't you go
Facts.
first?
Hold on.
I tried to. He wanted
Why
y'all to
you
go
go
first,
first?
and I ain't mad. Y'all the guess.
Hey,
Y'all,
this is a
hey.
podcast. I'm glad you
I
ain't
wanted-
made
because I knew that you had something ready, and so I just wanted to
all
get
right.
everybody else.
I appreciate that. You know I do that homework.
You
You
know how
already know.
to get everybody right, and then let you throw the cold blooded.
I didn't know. I thought you had total control, but now I got some control, so I feel
Man,
empowered.
listen.
Yeah, he did that on purpose.
Listen, I understand this.
Yeah, but it
Understand
ain't no
this.
handheld.
That
People.
ejecto seeker always belongs to Mega. So don't get.
But you
too
know what's
out of that.
crazy? A lot of people, some people that put this information out there, they knew what the hell it was for. They just like to cause fake news to
Yeah.
get views. Now, when I
Yeah,
read
that
something,
clickbait, bro.
before I talk about something, I put my foot and my back into it to make sure I know what I'm talking about. You just can't make a fool out yourselves and be putting out this information because basically, look what happened just now.
He says that a home pregnancy.
Oh no, damn! Oh
I
blood!
mean, I'm just saying, man. You know,
Oh man! Oh my goodness! It did look kind of funky.
I'm here for the people. I'm here for y'all.
Right. Right. Let's get on to it. Let's go to the next topic. And to this topic is going to be the juicy. Let's go, juicy fruit. You know what? I gotta get my sound stuff right. Hey, juicy. Okay. Anyway,
Lord Jesus. Sound like 100 when you be drinking and
Yo,
singing.
if he
and
does
shit.
that one more time,
That's not-
everybody mute their mic. Everyone mute their mic.
That's the SOS band, man. Look, the old heads know about that. That's real music. I don't know about this other stuff. I don't know, man. Anyway, let's get into it, right? So what we've seen here is from like there's rumors going around where Xbox is not done with acquiring more studios, right?
What? Say it ain't so, Captain.
Okay, so yeah, it says that Xbox is not done getting more studios. On top of that, you get an article that has the CEO of Microsoft, not the head of Xbox, but the head of Microsoft, comes out and says, with these two strong words, investing aggressively. He says this himself. And also, on top of this, Obsidian is going to be dropping a game. Now, I don't know if this game is going to be the multiplayer game that they're supposed to be working on, or if this is going to be the new exclusive game that they're going to be working on with Xbox. But that's supposed to be revealed at the VGAs. And there was also another tidbit that was pretty interesting to me, and I want to get you guys' opinion, and I'm going to go to operations about this one first. But he said, Nadella says this in his parts. This is his words. He says, in gaming, we're pushing an expansive opportunity from the ways games are created and distributed to how they're played and viewed. We're investing aggressively in content, community, and cloud services across endpoint to expand the usage and deepen engagement with gamers, including the 57 million monthly Xbox Live users that's available, that's out there. Now, he says a little bit more with that. So I'm going to go to you, operations. Now, we've been had these speculations of Xbox gamers of how many Xbox Ones is in the wild.
Right.
We talked about this also in the startup before we went live. Is this kind of like the indication of showing that, hey, look, PlayStation may have 80-some million copies out consoles out there, but Xbox is close to 60 million instead of everybody thinking it's like 30, and everything else that's involved. If you need me to repeat anything, I will. But definitely, what do you think about all this?
I can't say it's a confirmation of the total install base population because with kind of gets with a live subscription service. I'm pretty sure, like, because people game share, they share Xbox Live accounts. Whatnot, you get access to your account as well. I'm pretty sure if someone shares an account, one's paying for one's not, they count both of them as subscribers to Xbox Live, so that can inflate the numbers as well. Also, I'm not sure if they count 360 live subscriptions are still active as well. Even though there are no new games for that system, people are still playing on 360 to this day. So those numbers can be counted as well. So there's a little bit of echo in the background. Does anybody hear that?
Yeah, I hear that. That's probably 108.
Okay. But yeah,
hey, I had my mic muted. Stop doing that, K-Man. Damn.
You better have your shit ready for your podcast and stuff. I'm just helping you out. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, I can't say I'm good faith that this is an indicator of their install base at this point. To me personally, however big it is or small, I don't care. I'm enjoying the games as well. And if people want to go and talk about this topic, we can look at it in many different ways. One way I look at it, if the population of the Xbox install base is so small, how is they able to generate as much revenue or profit to Sony? It's like a $2 billion or so difference each quarter. So if the population is as small as it is, there's some glaring issue on the PlayStation side as well as far as like game attachment and game sales. But that's the top for another day. We're not getting that shit right now. But yeah, I wouldn't be too confident with the live subscription numbers as an indicator of population. But what do y'all think?
Well, the one thing I will say is that I agree with you, but I have to give a big shout out to Antonio Taylor because I was wrong on my musical tastes. It was not SOS Band. It was M-Tune. You're right. You're right. I was wrong, but that's okay. Still the same thing. They're kind of close. They kind of go in there with that and Angela Winbush and all of them. I know Angela Winbush is solo, and then she did a little thing with what you call it. I can't think of that. But anyway, go ahead. What is it that anybody else think about what Verge just was talking about?
Hey, he was missing one other thing. A lot of people might not believe this here.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have people with Xbox Ones that don't have a subscription. Like they don't have Xbox Live. They just have the regular local play. So they're not counting those people either. So
Right.
they kind of balance out. So you might not say it's 59 million, but you can get a rough estimate that the number is up there. It might be a little more, might be a little less because the 360. So the 360 might be one of those things where they might have a couple people that's diehards that's probably never gonna leave the 360. Probably they have diehards that's still probably on the original Xbox right now that still play the original Xbox to this day like it's their primary console. So you know what I'm saying, those numbers gonna go up and down a little bit, but you can get a good base when he said that. So if I had to guess, they really probably hit that 60 million mark.
What happened?
Y'all can hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh shit!
I heard all of them.
Yeah, I think he finished his point.
Yeah, he just finished. That's all.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. All right. What is your thoughts about this, Pred?
I can see them being that close. I mean, like, keep in mind, like, every time numbers are thrown out there, it's been around 35, for like the last 2 years. So like, that's obviously not right.
Right.
I think there's a lot more consoles out there being sold than what people are talking about. And
Right.
I forgot who went first.
Actually, correction, yo. The last number they said was actually 39 million.
39? Yeah. So I stopped listening at about 35. So
Yeah.
and I mean, even at 39, I would like to think there's probably a little more than that out there too. So
And that was a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the numbers we're getting, like the guesses that we're getting, like they're not accurate based off of what Microsoft is saying. So,
Right.
and you'll get the little haters right there. Like, well, how do we know? Because we didn't hear this from them, and that's not true. And at the end of the day, it's all about money. So console sales, you know, I said this last week on the next podcast. Like PlayStations, you're not throwing those in the strip club. You're throwing dollars. So like at the end of the day, Microsoft was making money with their gaming division. And if they only sold fucking 39 million and PlayStation selling fucking 90 million, and they're making more money than PlayStation and their gaming division, I don't really think they give a shit at the end of the day.
What do you mean, Fred? You can't go to the strip club and talk about PlayStation sales and get a lap dance? You can't be like, yo, what's going on? What's going on, girl? Listen,
if that works,
I ain't got no money, but Sony has 96 million PlayStation sold.
96 million. Damn.
Oh, you know that number goes up all the time.
Yeah,
it's crazy because they announced their sales.
Yeah, just like 80 million. They've been saying they're at 80 million for like 2 years.
I wouldn't say that. These are total console sold or like active install base. Which one are you referring to?
Actually, it depends on which article you read.
That's true. That is definitely true.
If you look at the earnings statements every quarter, they say what their projected sales are going forward. They'll say it. They'll say, like, I remember looking at this at the beginning of the quarter, and they predicted they'd have 75 million in April. So they were getting pretty close to that point in the beginning of the beginning of the year. So, I mean, I don't doubt their numbers because trust me, they're not shy about saying how many they sold. It's, Microsoft's numbers are the ones that we always guess about. And the really fucked up part is how fanboyish some of us are. Like, Nintendo's probably going to catch everybody at the end of the generation.
You might be right.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they're moving fast.
Yeah.
I mean, they're winning.
Nintendo has hit a dead spot.
But you know what? They cater to a specific audience.
No, but they hit a dead spot. That's why they're trying to revamp the system to put some more spunk. They had a big article talking to the president of Nintendo of Japan, and they're in a dead spot right now.
Yeah, because the only thing
it
they
was
got
on
really
fire.
Is Smash.
That fire is dead, right?
And outside of that, like, I mean, they blew their load too.
They're not in trouble, but they just that Grand Slam is over. You didn't ran the bases already.
When that Metroid come out, that's where all their money's gonna be made.
Oh shit!
Nintendo's never gonna have the same criteria as PlayStation and Xbox because, like I said, their audience is children, and they only get games twice a year typically. So they don't have to get games year long, year round. That shit is not necessarily a requirement like that. I know adults buy the console too, but those adults also have other consoles. You know what I mean? So, I mean, with Nintendo, like they're like the Disney version. Like Disney, when did they come out with like their little kid movies? Like maybe twice a 2-3 times.
Nintendo is a gateway drug of gaming.
Yeah. They eventually move on to other things, but for those first, from the age of I don't know, maybe 3, going up until maybe I would say they start jumping off to other consoles around maybe 10 or maybe a little bit older, depending on what kind of kids you're talking about from what demographic. They still have that audience, especially for parents that are like, I don't want my kids to be exposed to certain kind of content. They're always going to have a foothold in gaming versus the other companies that they kind of have a broader audience.
Right. Well, and I mean that part is true. I don't know. What do you think about this, man? I mean, do you think that PlayStation? I mean, the sales aspects. I mean, of Xbox and
somebody
also,
said it in here. Somebody said it in here. Numbers been the same for Microsoft for I don't know how many months. It's like they haven't grown. But then they yell out the window that the X is destroying the Pro 3-1 in sales from the same time period.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, I don't care about no goddamn numbers. They made $10 billion in a quarter. You did that with the same 30 million 3 years ago? Come on, man. They don't even make sense. People just
the same people that rely on certain people's numbers. His name is Matt something. They'll use them when PlayStation has got high numbers, but he also made the point just the other day that the Xbox One X is selling phenomenal.
Phenomenal. They just said this.
Phenomenal.
But it's still at 37 million. Man, that
Right.
don't make sense.
Yeah, for those who are wondering, that's Matt
And then the money that they're generating, it obviously means second can be still number one. Obviously, 90 million. You can have 90 million consoles, which they don't make no money on consoles.
Sell them at a loss.
Yeah.
Thank you. So now you get to that point, and you hear people, yeah, we got 90. We got 90? Since when we got 90 million consoles sold? That's because you're weird. Something wrong with you.
Lemon, I put it this way. You know, remember when Tiger wasn't winning too many championships, but he was by far the highest paid golfer?
Yeah.
You know, he ain't number one, but he's number one.
Facts.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they made 10 billion, not in a year, in a quarter.
Here's
In a quarter.
Like, if Sony's making so much money and selling so many consoles, what are they doing with this money?
That's true.
Like, no one's ever asked that question. Like they're not buying studios.
No.
What'd you say?
It just doesn't make sense.
Well, they reinvested into Sony, though.
They just talk, and then they don't listen to themselves.
They're trying to cover their losses from the movie division.
Yeah, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, Sony as a
I said
whole.
it last week. I mean,
The
last
Spider-Man movie's gonna help,
podcast we
though.
had.
I heard that
Yeah,
just fire.
the PlayStation division's doing great, but they gotta support a lot of people.
Right, they have to support
They got a lot of divisions that's struggling.
Exactly.
Right, and the movie, and I think these and that's why you see like 2 Spider-Man movies within a couple of months with from each other, with Venom, and then you also have the animated movie that's going to be coming out here in December. So I mean, they got to recoup those costs and make that money back because of something that Hebot alluded to a long time ago, was saying that Marvel is getting a lot of that money from Spider-Man. So from the Spider-Man game. So I mean, look, it is what it is. I mean, Sony has been doing a fantastic job in the sales of selling and being this generation's leader. But again, Microsoft is still making a lot of money, and I don't think any company that has been in third place ever has made as much money as Microsoft has. So there's something about that. I don't know what, but there's something about that.
Yeah, it's a little jealousy.
It's the same thing that's been on 360. And this is no discredit to PlayStation people. That's only PlayStation. In Japan, particularly, they go buy PlayStation and buy everything they know for a series. They'll buy all Final Fantasy. Nothing else. That's just how they live. One dude to buy Call of Duty. Maybe they don't have universal gamers like that. Not like that. It's known, and Sony put that out there themselves. Now you get a Dreamcast guy, had the highest attach rate in the history of gaming to any console until Xbox. Then it changed. Dudes buying 7 games with one system. That's what's unheard of. People were buying Mario, and that's it.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is. Sony players don't play a multitude of games. That's how when they be, Bloodborne. Do you own it? No, I don't play that shit. It's just is what it is. So
Okay,
it is what it is.
Well, let me go to Kaleidoscope on this too, and then I'm going to just ask another question because we just kind of been stuck on the sales aspect of it. I also kind of made it a multi-tier question, but Kaleidoscope, what is your thoughts about this?
About what?
Well, about the what Nadala was saying about the 57 million Xbox Live users, and also the fact that they are aggressively investing into new studios as well.
Oh, definitely. I agree with what Nadala is saying, just for the simple fact, Sea of Thieves. People that said that it was diabetic gaming at when it first launched, they haven't played Sea of Thieves recently. All right. It's a completely different game, people. All right. This is a game that actually they was going to keep adding stuff to it on a monthly basis, which they have. All right. So we're like, what, 6 months later into the year? Dude, Sea of Thieves is a completely different beast. All right. Just like World of Warcraft. All right. World of Warcraft, it launched bare bones when it first launched. But 6 months down the line, it was a completely different story. All right. So I can understand why Nadal is actually he's looking at the numbers. He's looking at the engagement rate. He's looking at all the people playing. What you got, like 4 or 5 million people playing Sea of Thieves. You got like close to 4 million people playing State of Decay 2. Dude, they're doing something right. All right. So I can understand why Nadal wants to heavily invest in the future of the Xbox division and whatnot, because basically everything that Phil Spencer told him is true. There's money to be made in gaming. All right. I understand they're a tech giant, but I think Phil Spencer opened his eyes to what gaming could be, because there's 2 billion people on the planet playing games right now. And Nadal actually wants to exceed that. All right. And Xbox Game Pass is going to be one of those ways for them to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot
What's
of
the
games
biggest
coming
market for entertainment? What is the biggest market in the planet? It's gaming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
the
why
big
not
thing on
invest?
YouTube, gaming.
Gaming is the biggest market, and more than movies, which was the biggest. Damn near the biggest selling. It's almost as big as selling Bibles, if not bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to invest. If anybody didn't think it was no money out there to be made, you a fool. I used to think there was no room in a console market for 3 consoles, but there is.
Yeah.
Because now we have 100 more goddamn game players. We all old enough that went through the time when gaming it almost ceased and desist, and we went through a drought.
Mm-hmm.
That will never happen again. Not the way it's going now.
And the fact that mobile gaming is, though, there's a lot of us type of
so
gamers.
huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of PC gamers, console gamers that kind of scoff and look down on mobile gaming, but mobile gaming is definitely the future. So it is
mobile gaming full of casuals.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, there will be a lot of hardcore mobile gamers that will tell you, look, we run this market. It's us that make. I've been reading the comments for the last couple of weeks of how mobile gaming gamers, how they look at things. It's like, look, the reason why Diablo is sold. I mean, the reason why what is it?
Candy Crush.
No. The company that got all the company that had all the issues with Diablo.
Blizzard.
The reason why Blizzard and so many other companies are going towards mobile is because we run this shit. We are the ones that are even outpacing PC right now, when it comes to the gaming market. So while Microsoft looks at it from a standpoint, and I've read some people that said, look, Microsoft needs to stay away from the mobile market. They need to stay from the mobile and the PC market and just focus on consoles. Consoles, they ain't making that money like that. It's going to be the PC and the mobile market that's going to make things happen. That's why you see Nintendo is got a resurgence, because people love to take their games on the go, regardless if they
Mario Run game.
Yeah.
Mario Run, Pokemon. Well, no, that was another company.
Right.
And they hitting you with that. They hitting you with those microtransactions, and they making quadruple the money without the effort, because they ain't got to make no goddamn console.
Right, and the biggest factor overall is that, look, E3 is coming around the corner. Sony is not showing up, but Microsoft and Nintendo will in a big way. But we don't know if Amazon and Google are not going to show up, because if they show up, then the game is changed, because there's plenty enough money to go around to where everybody could get a piece of the pie. And that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the one thing that where Sony has to make a decision coming into this next generation of how much can they do, and what can they do to sustain themselves to keeping the dominance of what they had this generation, because it takes a lot of money. They got to have not only the exclusives, but they have to have the marketing rights for the third party. And when we look at it, I mean, Sony has a lot of money, but when you look at the competitors that they have in the race, and this is something that we have never seen before in gaming history, is that the people that the companies that are coming into the fold, they have more money than all their predecessors. So that's what makes this even a bigger draw, I think, for this E3 coming up, is because are the big boys coming to play for the first time with Google and Amazon. And that's why Microsoft is making all these moves, because they have to. And what is PlayStation going to do with this? Because they don't have the capital, but they do have the staying power because of their name, and also Nintendo. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? That's what it all comes down to at the end of the day, in my opinion. I'm sorry that I was trying to get double answers, but I want everybody to answer this, and y'all can just jump in. But what do y'all think about the acquirement of these other studios? I mean, because the source that brought this up, he's very credible. He was bringing about the Obsidian situation. He was right. He brought up other stuff previous, and he was absolutely right. So what do you think that who could Microsoft bring to the table? And anybody could jump in and ask this question.
Ooh.
Answer this, I should say.
That's a good question.
I have a quick question for the panel. How do you feel if they acquired IO? I never played the Hitman games, so I don't know. I'm not too familiar with that studio. But like,
IO Interactive?
Yeah. Like, how do you feel about that if they acquired
Great.
I would like it. I would like it.
They do big things with small budgets.
Well, a lot of the people that they got.
Yeah.
They do awesome.
They need to God of War that shit.
Well, okay, Fred, give me an explanation of why you wouldn't want them to acquire IO.
It's not that I don't want to. I just don't think it's a good investment for them, considering what all they've put out, which is basically just Hitman, and it's not even doing that well. They have a couple other games. I can't think of the names right now.
They do Vampire? Is that them, or so that was somebody else?
That was somebody else, I believe. They only have like 3 games that are noticeable under their belt, and they've only really made Hitman recently. They have a couple of franchises I think most people recognize. I have to look it up, but
Kane and Lynch.
Kane and Lynch is one, and I don't remember the other one. It was
some ninja game,
like Ninja Monkeys or something.
Mini Ninja,
Mini Ninjas,
yeah, Mini Ninjas. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
and outside of that, I mean, like, they don't have like an engine like CryEngine does or something like that. Like, and we talked about this earlier last week.
But Xbox had the Havoc engine, though.
Yeah, I mean,
but
that's
not an engine. That's a physics.
That's
physics. Okay.
Yep.
But there's nothing else. There's nothing else there.
Right.
It's just the company, unless they have some other plans for them to do something else. Maybe they can listen to some of the things they're trying to pitch. But like, if they're just getting them for Hitman, you know, and the other 2 games we talked about, I think that's a fail on their part. And then, like, there's other companies out there that they could easily buy out that have a little bit more credibility than just Hitman.
And what about THQ Nordic?
Nope.
No,
they're not even making new games. They buying games and rehashing them.
Yeah.
Well,
isn't Nordic the publisher, right?
Yeah, they're the publisher, but they're buying some dope ass old classics.
Yeah, but they. Let me tell you, man.
You don't have to buy the studio. You can buy the rights to the game.
And Darksiders 3 is Darksiders 1 and 2 put together. Got the same goddamn levels.
Okay, but I get that. But remember, they're under budget. Okay, another thing too, guys, is that we need to talk about too is this unlimited budget situation. You know what I'm saying? So I want everybody to touch on this. So again, you got Xbox going to these studios and telling these developers, look, what is your dream game? And look, I understand that when people think that you have an unlimited budget, that this is going to be every game, every studio is going to have access to a Red Dead 2 budget. That's not really what that's about. It's about the dream game that they want to make. And it could be like, let's say, Compulsion Games. Compulsion Games may have a game that may have originally had a budget of maybe, say, $5 to $10 million. But their dream game only costs 40 million.
Sunset, you know, dream game.
Yeah. What now? Who?
No, I was saying like Sunset Overdrive. That was like a dream game for a Zombie the way when they were first talking about it. So, like, I get what you're saying. They can make a pretty badass game that they put passion behind it and don't have to have no $100 million budget. They could, you know what I'm saying, they could bring it on down like Ori. Like what else game it was? What's that game that's on EA got with Unravel? You know, games
Unravel.
like that, passion projects where it don't have to be no Cuphead, you know, passion projects, all the games like that. So we could see a lot of like AA passion projects that's good as AAA, and we could see the big quadruple A games coming out like Red Dead.
Right. And that's the point that I want to ask the panel is that do you guys think that the whole rumor about unlimited possibilities for these developers, do you think that that's a crock of shit, or do you think that it's actually something that Microsoft really would invest their money into for these new studios?
It's true, but don't take it entirely literally. Like, that's as far as how I interpret it. And I'm saying a limited budget. Their parents tell them the sky's the limit of what you want to do. Like, there's no restrictions. We're not gonna hold you back. Tell us what you want to do. We're gonna help you. They're not saying, okay, if they came up to ask we want $3 billion for a budget, they're gonna say, get the fuck out of my office. That's not what they mean by a limited budget. Their parents let them know, like, the game you want to make, here, we'll support it, we'll fund it. Don't worry about the money. We got that covered. Just make what you want to make. I think that's what the Microsoft is coming from.
I think these developers are happy. We keep talking about us being happy. I think they happy because Microsoft signed them, and now they got medical plans.
Exactly.
Yo, for real.
Health insurance go a long way.
Yo, listen. Let me tell you something. One thing about Microsoft as a company,
they take care of their own.
They take care of their employees. You'll never hear, yo, the work environment is bad. If you a bad boss and you treat those people bad at Microsoft, your ass is out of there. They don't play that. So those companies are happy to go to work for Microsoft because their families are taken care of.
Let me inject in this for 1 second and remind everybody about Scalebound and how they wasted money, and Fable and how they wasted money. So like, so I think they're opening the pocketbook a little bit, to make games, but there's some caveats there. I know they learned from their lessons before dealing with those two people. You can't just say, hey, make the game you want. I'm sure there's timelines involved in that too.
Oh, of course,
Of course,
they're not going to play that bullshit.
Well, no, hold on.
They're not going to do like that dude that, like for Prolific Digital. Yo, he tells Sony, I ain't releasing Gran Turismo until it's ready. They go, okay, but
hold on. Let me make this point to Fred. See, like, this is where I have to disagree to a point. Is that, look, when you go to a developer and you say to them, what is your dream, right? And like that's the whole genius of this whole strategy from Microsoft is that, look, every dream is different, because when you have the initiative that has the best of the best developers, they're the ones that's going to be making that huge AAA, quadruple A game. But when you look at an Exile or a Compulsion or something like that, their games, they got a dream game, but it won't be that much. Platinum Games fucked Microsoft over, period. They got too greedy, and then they expected to get the same treatment that maybe PlayStation or Nintendo or some other a third party would give them by saying, look, I'm just going to need more time because this game is not ready. No, I spent hundreds of millions of dollars for this game to be ready to go. Because if you just think about it right now, while so many people are talking about Xbox is dry and they don't have any exclusives, Scalebound comes into it regardless of the love or the hate that it would get. That's a AAA game that's original, coming from a Japanese developer that is needed. And they knew it, but they got fucked over. So instead of going and getting, instead of worrying about a third party, they went ahead and said, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to acquire this company to this point to where I know all the ins and outs and what they're working on and what they're not working on. What do you say about that, Prit?
I see your point. And my thing is, you're looking at them acquiring a studio, but you're not looking at them actually overseeing it, where to the point, like with Platinum Games, how they just kind of kept coming back and saying, yeah, we need more time, we need more money. Now they have, and I get your point. You're saying now they control these studios, they can control that. But looking at it financially, there's going to be some stuff in the gray areas there, in the fine print, that I'm sure says you need to release this game at a certain time. There's not a blank check for anybody. Like, you're not gonna be like,
no, definitely not.
I mean, take as much time as you want to make this game. You can't take like fucking 6-8 years making a game and just sucking money out of Microsoft like Rare did, or like some of these other companies did. Like, you got to produce something at some point in time, and That's the point I'm trying to make. I see where you're coming from because I think like with the fact that they bought the studios instead of just saying, "Here, make this game for me. We'll just throw money in it." Instead, they're like, we'll just buy you, and that's what big boys do. We're gonna buy your ass, and we're gonna make you make our game. But but like I don't want them to get in that rut again. Even though they own these studios now, get in that rut where there's like, okay, take 10 years to make this game, and like we're not seeing shit from people, and because like most of the games coming out with these new studios we bought are gonna be multi-plat. When are we gonna see the single player? Not single player, but the exclusive games specifically for our console. That's what I want to see.
Right. No, I'm gonna drop 2 games every 5 years or something like that. I think that'll be pretty decent.
I mean, look at the prototype. Look at Gears. We just had Gears? I forgot which number it was. 5, 4 recently, and we already getting another Gears next year. So that's like what they're making their games they want to make. How's that turn? How's that change when Microsoft says, "Hey, we want you to make this game. This is a game we want you to make." Is it Microsoft pitching games to them, or is it them pitching games to Microsoft?
Nah, I think they're gonna games to Microsoft. I don't think Microsoft wants to have to figure out what game to like. That's not their. They just want them to make games. They basically want the studios that are motivated to make games. Like, we got you because you guys said y'all want to make games. You guys said you want to have freedom to make games. You guys said that y'all are motivated to make games. So we don't want to have to come here and put foots in your ass to make you make a game. We just want you to have the ability, to make a game easier. It's no different than when you have a sports team, right, with a shitty owner versus a good owner, right? So you have all the everything you need, but you need maybe you need a certain player. Well, the owner would be willing to ship out, give the money to spend on the players that you need in order to win a championship. That's all it is. But if nobody's motivated, that's a whole nother issue. So they're just trying to build up that culture.
Right. Hey, that do make sense, because if you think about it like this here, Phil Spencer could put his focus on something else. The developers making their games, the only thing they got to do is come to him with a finished product at a certain time, a certain checkpoint, making sure they're hitting their quotas and bringing out different types of games, because that's his main concern, is different types of games. So if you're making a passion project and this other company making a passion project, therefore 9 times out of 10, this is going to be 2 completely different types of games. So now the only thing I got to worry about is putting these games out in Game Pass and getting these other deals with the Japanese, with the JRPGs and like the Jump Forces, to be able to get the marketing rights for that, so they could put more focus on that end. So keep purchasing, like I still say that THQ Nordic, because they can bring like a whole different atmosphere to this weather that Microsoft gonna bring this storm out for this whole industry. So when Scarlet come out, it's gonna be a thunderstorm when it's Scarlet come out, because all I'm seeing is different studios working simultaneously on different types of games. I mean, you got a company that make games like Hellblade, so like you go have all these different types of We Happy Few. That's coming from a whole different perspective. You're going to see a whole, but you're going to have your sci-fi, you're going to have your first person, third person shooters. Microsoft coming from all angles. And then, like you said, with Game Pass, they trying to make this so enticing, where they got enough studios that they got on the payroll to keep dumping games into Game Pass. So that means game is going to still pay for Game Pass. So their money is going to be able to it's better to have that money that just keep coming in, that rotating money, instead of just one hit here, one hit there. They looking for like the constant flow. So that's what Microsoft is pretty much going into for all these studios, so they can keep dumping out games to make everybody enticed to have Game Pass, because that's the end game right there.
That is a beautiful point right there, what you just said. That makes perfect sense, because of the fact that let's just say, because I see Mr. Kima in the chat, you know what I'm saying, what's up? I would love for Microsoft to get Remedy, but we would have to wait for Remedy to bring that type of game to available to us, right? So if they acquired them, then we would have to wait. But for everybody else, they could drop, a couple of role-playing games, a couple of other games. And even if any individual that's on this panel tonight, or the people that's listening on the chat or listening later on, they may not be into that particular game, that game is going to cause some interest because you are participating into Game Pass and you will play it because it's kind of like a free game to you. You feel like you're getting away with murder a little bit because that game's supposed to be $60, but that shit seems free to you. It's the perfect solution because I mean, Microsoft is going to make a hell of a lot more money off of Game Pass than they are a lot of their exclusives, in my opinion. Just like PlayStation, if they would decide to try to take that narrative, and we'll see later down the line, it would be the proper benefactor. I don't know, man. It just seems like it's smart business. They got a plan, and it's going to work. And they're setting themselves up, man. Like it's really cool. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to our last topic. I was going to say something about Fallout 76 and about that situation, but I think I'll just make a video about that because I do want to just say this: is that it's pretty crazy to me that there's so many defenders about Fallout 76 out there when there are so many gamers that the media has ripped Fallout. Right or wrong, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look, the game, to me, the reason why I skipped on it, it didn't seem like it was supposed to be $60. The game doesn't look like a $60 purchase to me. But I seen that it was like 30, 40. I got to give my boy Mooch a props because his review was spot on because he did say this. He says, is the game worth $60? He said no. And we'll be having Mooch coming out here to GRG soon, so get ready for that. But the one thing about it is that on top of that, if the game is $30, $40, I think it's worth that. And I think that, you know, like I said, I'll talk about it in the video because I know that we're going a little bit long. I want to talk about the VGAs. I just think that the people that has the energy that want to go after, especially the media, after Fallout 76, it seems like not to matter because there's so many defenders that saying, hey, look, I got the game. I don't give two shits about people not liking it. I love it. So why is it that when I say something about Sea of Thieves and how much I love Sea of Thieves, that there's still so many fools, and I mean fools, and I don't give a fuck who you are. You're a fool to tell me that I shouldn't like the game because I enjoy it. It ain't your business for you to like a game that I love. If you don't like it, fine. Get your ass out there and go play something else.
But can't make it. They ain't playing shit right now. Come on.
Right. That's right. Well, no. This goes even further than that. Like I'm just saying, can't tell another individual how they should like or play their games. I think that you are an absolute
clown.
Either that or you get mad people enjoy the game. That's what
right. Let people enjoy the games that they like.
Yeah.
If people like Dream Daddy, go get Dream Daddy. Enjoy it. I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to buy that shit. But you know what? It's all good. Look, I still will not support, and I don't care that No Man's Sky is on the Xbox. I said that game did not resonate with me, and I still will not support it. The only way that I'll support it if it's on Game Pass. That's it. It's not free.
It gotta be free.
It's gotta be free for me. And if it ain't free, then I ain't supporting it. But I know my boy Flip, and I know other people that enjoy it. They like it. They think it's really dope. It's got a lot of content. I'm not mad at you. Enjoy it. Love it. But for anybody out there that want to knock people for liking Fallout 76, you are the problem that we have in gaming because what you eat don't make another person's shit. Real talk. So anyway, let's get on to the last topic. The VGAs. Let's go. There's a couple of things I wanted to ask about this because listen, we were supposed to do this 2 weeks ago and we didn't get to do it, so I got to do it now. So I want to ask you guys to just jump in and then we'll go ahead and we'll get done with the show. But I wanted to get some of the nominees, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. So let's go to role-playing game. All right. The nominees for the 2018 VGAs, you got Monster Hunter World, you got Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, you got Dragon Quest, you got Noonie Cooney 2, and you got Octopath Traveler. Anybody? Who you think is going to win that?
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
People in the chat.
Monster Hunter World.
What y'all got?
That's hands down right there.
Octopath still a win.
What do you say?
Aquaman.
Octopath.
Octopath. You say Octopath.
Yeah, it might win.
You know what?
It was a buzz at one point.
It was a buzz in Japan. Let's clean that up.
Look, you know what? Look, as much as I would love,
what MPG 1 year. I mean, one of these months, right? Didn't it?
I think it was it's sword and MPGs. I don't think it would tuck it. Actually, it's probably one of the highest.
In Japan, they couldn't keep it in the store.
Right.
It didn't do that in America.
No,
you could walk in GameStop and pick it up, man. In New York. Yes. It wasn't in Japan. They would stand around lines, come in the store, leave right away. That was the phenomenon. It wasn't here like that.
Let me pay the bills. Thomas Franks, thank you, brother, for the support. He said Microsoft is trying to cover all bases for next gen, whereas a flood of games will be coming in. Game Pass is one of the reasons why they're buying studios. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Because for every big title that they will be bringing, they will have a smaller title that they can just absolutely throw in there and recoup their money back. There's no doubt about that.
Facts.
So, anyway, so y'all say Monster Hunter's World or Octopath? Okay.
Yeah. Monster Hunter.
You know what?
I don't reckon Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter probably going to win, but for me, I'm going to say no, Woo! Hey, man, Nudie Cooney is probably what made me lose gameplay last week. Fuck you, Fred. Anyway.
You probably didn't even know what it was when you was playing it.
They were like, what is this cute looking shit? It was dope. Anyway. All right, so you know.
That ain't gameplay. You put on a cartoon.
Hey, man, that shit was fire. I was beating the shit out of that big-ass beast. Anyway, so let's get to it. The Game Award for Best Fighting Game. You know I'm a fighting fan. We're going to have to talk about it. Street Fighter V, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Blue.
What?
Hold on. Let me. This is the nominees: Street Fighter V, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, and Soul Calibur 6. Who you got?
Dragon Ball Z.
Who you got in the chat? What you got in the chat? What you got?
Disqualified. How the fuck did Street Fighter 5 get on there?
I don't know.
Because when it mattered, when it came out, nobody cared.
Well, they got
now.
They got a shot, but I still had to go with Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, all right. Well, check this out though.
I go with Soul Calibur 6.
So I'm going with Marvel versus Capcom 2, since we bringing up old shit.
Well, okay, hold on. Okay, check it out though. They did. Street Fighter V did bring out DLC.
They have an arcade edition that came out this year.
Right. But it's also funny to me because Tekken also brought out some DLC. So did King of the Fighters. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here?
Did Injustice do the same thing?
Well, Injustice did that last year. So to me, I thought it was kind of foul. Look, Street Fighter V is not going to win shit. Trash. I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's either the.
Why did it even get nominated?
Yeah, I know that's trash. That's trash.
You said it's gonna get nominated again next year. Why?
Well, no, that's trash to me. Street Fighter should not be. If Street Fighter should not be nominated. In my opinion, and if that's the case, if they're going to nominate that, then they have to nominate.
If they win, I'm boycotting those.
You know what? Soul Calibur 2 is going to win on Dreamcast.
Oh shit! Anyway, so to me. For my winner,
I don't think it ever came on Dreamcast.
Yeah, it did.
For me, Soul Calibur 6.
Soul Calibur 2?
Soul Calibur 6.
2.
No, not 2. Stop it. Soul Calibur 6 should be the winner, in my opinion, for me. But in all actuality and reality, Dragon Ball Z Fighters is going to crush that shit, man. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Just because there's so many Dragon Ball fans.
Right. Okay, now I'm going to hit you true gamers out because I know that y'all don't know nothing about this except for me and maybe the people out there that's listening because the people out there, they're real gamers, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what's up with best sports game?
Nah. Well, hold on. No, I will hit you with this one. Best indie game, debut indie game, you know what I'm saying, for 2018. Now, I want you bums to let me know what y'all think is going to win.
I'm going to vote for whatever I fucking
Moss, Donut Country, The Messenger, Yoko's Island Express or Florence? Which one of you bums out there played any of these games?
I played the first food out.
Megan, did you just say Donut Country?
Donut Country, baby.
Donut Country for the win, bro.
Hey, man.
Bruh, next guy.
I'm assuming
Hold on, man. Y'all got to be better than that. Y'all got to do better than that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be gamers up in here. I want some, put some respect on these debut indies names.
I just figured something called Donut Country. A lot of cops will buy it, so they have some type of audience.
Hey, we just one got the most prettiest cover. That's the one that we.
For me, I'm going to say Florence. I think that should be the game that's going to win.
Florence.
What the
fuck is Florence? I heard of that game to the award show.
Let's go. I say Florence, but pretty much probably
somebody mama is going to win Game of the Year.
Can't make it had time to look up the game. That's what that was.
Donut Country is going to win. Donut Country is going to win. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't played any of the rest of them except for Florence and Donut Country. That's it. I can't do it. So whatever. I don't care. The games for me. PC for the win. Anyway, let's go. All right.
Thing right there.
All right. Okay. Best studio game direction for 2018. You know what I'm saying? Sony Interactive for Detroit Become Human. Sony for God of War, Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. That is the absolute list right there for the game.
Just 4 titles?
Yeah, that's it. Best it says best studio game direction. Detroit Become Human, God of War, Spider-Man,
and Red Dead Redemption.
Two Spider-Mans and then Red Dead Redemption, which I think
that is Spider-Man. How can it get nominated twice?
That is bullshit.
Bro, this is bullshit. Where is was it made Tomb Raider Shadow this year?
You sure that's accurate, man? 2 Spider-Man games? There's only one Spider-Man game came out.
Okay, hold on. This
wasn't on there neither.
That's a typo.
No. This is exactly how they did it. That's right. No, there's more games down here. I'm sorry, but this is how they did this. Okay, for the best studio direction game, they have Sony Interactive for Detroit. They have Sony for God of War. They have Sony for Spider-Man. They have Insomniac for Spider-Man. They have.
Wow! What the? Oh shit!
Hold on. They got Rockstar Games for Red Dead 2. They have No Way Out for Electronic Arts. They have Quantic Dream for Detroit Become Human. So there's 2 Detroit Become Humans, and then they have Santa Monica Studios for God of War.
Wait, so Detroit twice, God of War twice,
Spider-Man, God of War
twice, and Detroit.
I just wanted to let you know how fucked up. Serious? Yes, I swear. Look how foul this shit is. Look how foul this shit is. But
that's why I'm going for Rockstar.
I think the stuff by Sony Interactive, they're the publisher, bro. They're not the developer. The developer's the one that does the direction for the game. So that's a typo, bro.
No, it's not a typo. Look at this shit. I'm looking dead at it right now.
No, it's definitely a typo.
It is not a typo. It is.
No.
How is the publisher the game director of the game, bro?
Go type in.
The
Game Awards category. Go type in the Game Awards categories, and this is the selection that they have for 2018. I'm looking at it right now.
Wow.
Can't make it. This shit is dumb as hell. That's like me,
bro.
Somebody asking me, who's my mom? And then I'm like, mom. And then
please, somebody in the chat. Somebody
gonna sit here and debate about this shit.
I know. Please, somebody in the chat, go in there and confirm this for me instead of people arguing, trying to say that I just made this shit up.
I'm not saying you made it up. I'm just saying it's stupid. It has to be.
Go type in. Type in the Game Award categories. And there's a list. Look, they got 2 different games. That's why I brought it up, because I thought it was absolutely shit. It was trash.
All right, they have their own website. Right?
Okay.
TheGameAwards.com.
Let's just agree on Red Dead and just move on.
Thank you. I'm just going for Red Dead because they trying to double up on a PlayStation game to win, and that's not fair to all the other people that should have had an opportunity. Monster Hunter World.
All right, that's Montreal.
What's his name? Assassin's Creed. You know what I'm saying?
Tomb
Raider. Yeah. Like that's trash. Forza. That's just. But that's trash. Anyway. Okay. The best strategy game. All right, here we go.
I said Detroit, but go ahead.
Okay, all right, cool. I love Detroit, so you know what I'm saying. I would love Detroit to win something. But okay, best strategy game. Valkyrie Chronicles 4.
Love it.
Just came out.
BattleTech, The Banner Saga 3, Into the Breach, and Frostpunk. Who do y'all got? What you got, chat? Let me know.
I'm sleep on this shit, dog.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll share my screen. Let me share my screen.
I am sleep on this shit.
Yeah, Blood. He loves Valkyrie Chronicles. I'll vote for that one. I haven't played it myself, but
hold on. Let me do this.
Yeah, I've seen it, but
it's not for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even pretend to even know what that is. I don't even know if it's.
I say Frostpunk.
K-Meg, I got to interject, though. I'm on thegameawards.com, right? The actual website. And it says Best Game Direction, A Way Out by Hazel Light Studios and EA. Detroit Become Humans by Quantic Dreams and Sony Interactive Entertainment. God of War, Sony Santa Monica and Sony Interactive Entertainment. They're the publisher. Spider-Man, Insomniac Games and Sony Interactive Entertainment, and Red Dead Redemption, which is just plain Rockstar Games.
Okay, I knew that was a weird list.
Yeah, so all they're doing is just letting you know that it's the developer and publisher together. All right, so it's still only one vote.
Okay, all right, cool. Because I'm looking at I would share it, but I'm looking on two different screens because I'm on the what?
Yeah, but this is on thegameawards.com. This is their official website, bro.
Okay, I'm looking. What I got typed in on Google is the Game Awards. Is the Game Awards
on Google? But what website are you on?
It pops up right there on the front. Like when you look at it, like when you sit there and you hit.
Oh well, it's a typo on Google.
Okay, all right, but it's on Google.
Has to be, that's crazy.
All right.
That was wild.
All right, well, cool. Let me go ahead and type this and put it in here. What'd you say? Game Awards.
Yeah, misleading the whole panel. Ooh,
I'm not misleading. I'm reading what I'm seeing. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go to the place where I seen this shit at, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go straight there. You'll see what I'm seeing. Ain't nobody.
Niggas wrong.
No, hell no. Can't make it don't be bullshitting. Let's go. I'll be fraud in public. I'm just gonna read what I'm seeing.
Oh, he's saying public now. He'll be a fraud in public.
All right, no problem. No fraud for the public. Let's go. Game Awards nominees and teams. Let me go hit this shit. Let's see how this comes up. I'm gonna show people what I'm looking at.
Okay, we don't need to hit a brick wall though. We can go on to the next category.
My bad.
You got the answer right now.
All right, come on. Let me look at this shit. All right, best art direction. I think we talked about this on next. God of War, Return of Obra Dinn, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or Octopath Traveler.
How's photorealism?
My vote is for Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
That's a little weird to me. How does photorealism count as art direction? No, that's a weird concept to me, but I'll probably go up Assassin's Creed.
That is crazy.
All right, so
I'll go Assassin's Creed
of the year.
Like you're trying to achieve realistic graphics. That's not art direction. You're trying to treat reality, if that makes sense.
Hey guys, on thegameawards.com, they actually let you vote. So you can vote on these games right now.
This shit, that's what
you gotta go to the official
site because you get to vote there.
Yeah.
So they gotta have it right.
Yeah. Game of the year. Ooh.
Yeah, Red Dead, dog. That's
It's
all
different
that's
on my
all that
fucking.
matters.
Look, I'm picking this shit up on my PC, and
Red
it's
Dead.
looking different on my laptop. This is crazy.
You know you need a graphic card, K Mega.
No, stop it. I'm doing the podcast off of my laptop, and I'm telling them. So let me go ahead and try to see if I can try to pull this shit off, and I don't think I can because I'm not on my
screenshot is something because the people we gotta know.
All right. Hold on. You know, I'm on a screenshot and I'm gonna post it on Twitter. So
All
check it out so you can see what I'm talking about. That I ain't fraud in the fucking public. So y'all can see what I'm talking about, and I'll go straight to that point. What was that? This is okay. Hold on, that's not the arts direction. What was that? That strategy.
You said best art direction, and we said Assassin's Creed.
Well, I know.
At least a couple of us did.
I'm talking about the last one that I did before that. Oh, studio direction. Okay, right here. Yeah, right here. I'm gonna screenshot that shit. I'm gonna keep that shit right here. So now, anyway, let's get to.
Nobody's saying you didn't see that. I'm just saying it's a typo. Because when you go onto the GameAwards.com,
I don't want people.
It actually states the opposite.
I ain't making shit up, bro. That's just what I'm doing. Okay, so anyway, let's do.
Nobody said you was.
Yeah, nobody said.
Bro. Take a chill pill.
Stop the shit. Anyway, let's go. All right.
Hey, he in attack mode like this.
I'm on defense mode on this one. Anyway, the best sports racing game. Let me know what y'all think, chat. NBA 2K19, FIFA 19, Pro
Racing
Evolution. Hold on, let me get it. FIFA 19. Pro Evolution Soccer 2019, Mario Tennis Acres, and Forza Horizon 4.
Forza Horizon 4.
That is so disrespectful to all the other
Mario
sports
Tennis
games that's out there.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it would make sense if it was motorsport this year, but it's Horizon. That's arcade.
Right. That is, and then even, and this is how bad GT Sport is, right? Because they talk about it, but GT Sport is not even in the best sports racing game. It's
why are those other games in it?
I don't know.
When I saw that list,
well, because it's actually the best sports category.
But that's a stupid category. That is a very stupid.
Where's it going to be the show though? They won't come out this year.
So, all right. So anyway, let's do one.
I know,
last
right?
one.
Why didn't Gran Turismo get?
Yeah, that's what I'm
on, man.
Who's that?
Oh,
all right. Anyway, so let's go to the last. Let's go. Well, two more. This one, and then we'll go to the big one. All right. The Game Award for Best Narrative. God of War, Detroit Become Human, Life is Strange 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man. What do you got? What you got, chat?
Red Dead across the board, dog.
No, that one. Hey, that one gotta go to Detroit too.
Okay, all right. What you got? What anybody else got?
Red Dead.
Man,
Red Dead wins everything. Game of the year. Cowboy
dude, I would.
of the year.
I've only played part of it. Just the
ass
beginning,
up,
but I would say Detroit Become Human.
Okay, and you know what? I agree with you, Kaleidoscope. I say for best narrative, Detroit Become Human kills all the rest of these games. Detroit Become Human. I put my PlayStation hat on. You Xbox have nothing like this game. It is the best narrative.
I just haven't beat it.
Shut up, Xbox. I don't want to hear from you.
That's all that game is.
I don't want to hear anything.
We're talking narrative. We're talking story, bro.
Yeah, that's
all I'm saying.
All it is.
I thought it was 5 hours. How long is it?
Shut up, Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Detroit is godlike. And last one. Game of the year. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me see. I see anticipated game. Oh, that says 2017. Okay, that's trash. Anyway, all right. So game of the year.
Tennis.
Let's go. The game of the year, baby. And I want to hear the chat. Let me know. Let's get going.
See if these
the
best multiplayer.
Game of the year, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, No, I'm playing. Fuck with you. All right. Celeste, God of War, Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What do y'all got for game of the year?
What the hell is Celeste?
Wait, Spider-Man wasn't on there?
No. Hold on. Let me look. Let me scroll down.
Damn, you're gonna make me go back to the Game Awards.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, no,
definitely on that.
Spider-Man is on here. Okay, Celeste.
Okay.
God of War, Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Spider-Man. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, Spider-Man was at the bottom. I had to scroll down.
Okay. You know Assassin's Creed though. Oh no, it is on there.
Okay. That's a 2-man race right there between
Red Dead,
and God of War.
Ain't no race, man. Red Dead all day long. I mean, you know they're gonna get win PlayStation or Xbox One Game of the Year. It was always a multiplayer. Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead's better than God of War. I like God of War. I'm enjoying this shit, but Red Dead's better.
Oh no, something happened to my screen. I'm looking at my screen and it's showing that error curve. But anyway, that's okay.
You broke it.
I broke it by bringing in facts. I'm gonna post it on Twitter so you make
get my pony on. I'm over here fucking with this big ass turtle house.
I know. So anyway, that big turtle house. Yeah. Anyway, so who you got? You got God of War. You got Red Dead.
Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, Red Dead. Though.
Monster Hunter World. Okay, all right.
Hey man, Monster Hunter World's fire. I don't know.
I'm gonna be the odd one out. I'm gonna say Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I'm gonna say Red Dead. There is nothing touching Red Dead. It is the Thanos of all games.
Well, I'm just saying, man. People just gotta feel nostalgic because Stan Lee passed. Know what I'm saying? May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? And they just might give it up to Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Stan Lee, he did a cameo in Spider-Man.
Nah. I'm not standing for it.
It's sad that he passed away, but to give the game Spider-Man just because of that, it seems
Spider-Man was cool, weird. But those fucking missions with Miles Morales and fucking Mary J. Drop that bitch. That shit should be an 8-2.
Okay.
Dog shit at
82. It's alright, man. It ain't that bad, dude.
8 because Mary Jane looks like a fucking dog.
Okay, all right. Anyway, all right. This is definitely the last one.
Look like a fucking Saint Bernard.
We're about to get out of here right after this. Okay. Best audio design: Call of Duty Black Ops 4, God of War, Forza Horizon 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man. What y'all got?
Forza.
Sound design. I only know Forza. I mean, Spider-Man.
Audio?
Yeah.
I go with Forza.
Black Ops.
Forza, man.
Oh, well, yeah, I didn't play Black Ops, so I don't know.
I
heard a lot of people say a lot of stuff about Black Ops.
Black Ops sound is off. It's not done properly. They're still trying to patch it.
I haven't played Spider-Man, so I can't.
So why would they even nominate it, bro?
Well,
because they don't have nothing else to nominate.
Put Battlefield, Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Battlefield.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Battlefield, Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider's audio was on point, bro.
Battlefield
that should have been nominated.
Sound effects in Battlefield is amazing.
Yeah, and the sound effects on Battlefield is absolutely
okay. So
to me is
so that shit is paid, yo. They're paying under the rug, bro.
Yeah. Tomb Raider. Like when she goes left, like when she thought the homeboy was dead, she was like, ah! And that was it. She was like, she went
straight Rambo.
She went butter. That's when the real.
She looked like Jamie Foxx at the end of Django and shit.
Oh shit!
No, that's basically the acting, Mega.
Yeah.
But think about the ambient sounds though.
Yes.
And the way she rustles through the grass and the leaves and the way the water sounds. I mean, dude, everything about that game just sounds amazing with your audio on.
Yes. Like her boobs was moving in the wind.
Nah, that's some Uncharted shit, yo, man. Waving chest hairs, bro. Waving chest hairs. That's
the
that.
best part for Tomb Raider. She's under the church. Remember that part? She's going to the puzzle.
The puzzles under the church.
That is one of the best mission sequences.
Especially that score playing in the background, bro. That shit was perfect.
And then the after sequence when that sunbeam hits, and then everything starts. The earthquake happens. Oh my god! Like yes. Tomb Raider is not getting enough love. It is not gotten enough love for all three iterations. They skipped out on 2 and they barely represented this third one. This game should be definitely having at least 4 nominations this year. I think the VGA is a piece of shit for that. How are you going to put Celeste?
This is a penalty.
You're talking about audio,
man. This is their penance for disrespecting the PS4.
No disrespect to Celeste, but Celeste is not better than Rise of the Tomb Raider, in my opinion.
Bro, what is Celeste? No. I first heard about a game when they mentioned
it's an indie game. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful game.
I'm about to look it up right now.
It's a 2D side scroller.
I've never heard of the game.
All right, we're about to get out of here.
Sounds like a woman.
Let's get out of here and let's go to a Pred. Where can they find you at, bro?
Next podcast tomorrow.
Twitter,
Predator_US, Xbox Live, and PlayStation, and MySpace.
All right, cool. All right. And loser of gameplay this week.
I don't have gameplay this week, so.
I know you don't, but it's been good that you don't, because I'm about to smash everybody tonight. I'm about to get this. I'm gonna get this shit to buy early because I'm hungry for the win. Again. Anyway, operations. Thank you for coming back short notice, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no doubt, man. No doubt.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man. I hope that you can come back on again. You know what I'm saying. It's fun to have you on. So where can they find you at, bro?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter. Operation. Just keep it simple. One day I'll get my names consistently. Just play on Soul King. Drop my picture.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. Stop changing your name.
Yeah, I think like right now it's like the retired Bedneck Slayer because the Haunted Hill House on Netflix. That show was dope. I don't know if anyone saw that.
Man,
bro, watch that.
They better get the fuck out of here with the Celeste shit, man.
Celeste was a good indie.
It looks all right, but dog, man, it's a fucking indie.
No, I mean, look, indie should get representation, but not
a game of the year.
Against a AAA game?
Yeah,
come on, man.
Detroit,
there's no way the audio in that game will ever match fucking Tomb Raider. How the fuck?
Detroit and Tomb Raider should get the nods.
You shouldn't get upset. Y'all know this is about money.
All right. Anyway, yeah, we know this is bullshit. Livewire, where can they find you at, bro?
You can find me on my PlayStation. Come on, Pony now.
Oh shit!
It's the live pony.
We doing pony things. Nah. I'm just I'm gearing up because I know that they're gonna drop that the action soon. So I'm trying to get through all these PlayStation games that I got. I ain't gonna make it though. It's, God of Wars. I done fell asleep on this shit like 3 times.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's slow in the beginning. It's
God
slow.
of War.
It is slow in the beginning.
It's slow in the beginning. It's just starting to get good because I just saw the circle.
It ain't that slow though, man.
I
understand Uncharted, but
he doesn't count.
No, because
it's kind of slow in the beginning.
Yeah, it's slow in the beginning, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I love the audio because we love Kratos. I was like, all right, cool. I feel it. Okay, these bumper action games.
Because like the first 3 hours, they're still teaching you how to, do all the upgrades and shit. They don't like in Assassin's Creed, they usually do that in the first hour. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a little bit faster. But I mean, it's still fun. I'm just,
it's a dope game. It's a dope. It's the best PlayStation 4 exclusive, no doubt about that, by far.
Oh yeah. I mean, it looks the best. It looks as far as their exclusives. This is like their Gears. The thing on that level of visual fidelity, man. That shit is.
It's beautiful. Yeah, and once you do the tree thing, where I did it just on purpose because I love looking at it when you turn the key to where you can go to Niflheim or to any other sector or whatever. Different realms, and then you did that the tree and then just the noise and then the light, and I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful. And then I also like that big ass snake. That big ass snake is no joke.
Sound effects from a dragon, like the first dragon fight, that was pretty dope.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, thank you. All right, what about you, 108 Dragons TV? Where can they find your punk?
Find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything: YouTube, Twitter, Twitch.
All right, you done. All right, let's get on to the next one. Yeah! No, go ahead, bro.
Stay tuned for that Dragons Den podcast. It's gonna be a beautiful.
No soliciting. It's all about GRG. We don't want to hear that trash.
Oh wow. Damn.
We only think about ourselves here. Damn. Anyway, no. Go ahead, bro. What you gonna say, man?
And it was a pleasure having everybody on tonight. It's always good to hear what guys is thinking, man. Bring a different perspective to that game, and I hope we entertained y'all. Facts.
I do. Hey man, when is the Dragon's Den coming?
Coming soon.
Okay. Do you got a day? You got an actual day then when you want to start dropping it?
We in November, right?
Yeah.
Never worry, motherfucker.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to help you out.
Soon. I'm working on. We working behind the scenes. We getting our brains together.
Who's gonna be in there? Who's gonna be your crew?
Your ass.
Who? How you promote me without asking me?
Oh shit!
Hey, that's kind of like how I did Pred on Dex podcast. He said I'm off all week. I said, "Bitch, you coming on over to Dex?"
No,
I mean to
GRG.
Surprise
guests. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do different things, and I got some different ideas going on. Y'all see, y'all be entertaining. If y'all not, give me ideas, and I'll insert them. That's what it's about. The game is us. Facts.
Damn, so I got to be there. God damn,
gotta be there too.
Cold blood.
Yo, listen, if you come, I'll bring that water for that water buffalo.
Hey, I got to have some water. You know, hey, I was the most water drinking bastard at E3 because I had me a big ass couple of bottles of water.
He didn't even piss a lot. That was weird.
Hey man, yeah, I was doing more walking than I ain't did.
Yeah, we sweated it all out, right?
No. Water buffalo. So I was getting like the gallons and drinking that shit down.
Damn.
Water buffalo. Anyway, and then we go to Kaleidoscope. Where can they find you at, brother?
Y'all can find me on Xbox Live at Kaleidoscope, all in caps. PlayStation Network at Kaleidoscope Mars.
We cut you off
and on YouTube at Kaleidoscope as well. Shit. And then of course on Twitter at DirectX-duh. And also on, I guess the DirectX hotline.
Yeah.
I guess within the next couple of days. Also on the Heroic Vibrations podcast every once in a blue moon, whenever I'm available. Every Friday night here on GRG. Hell yeah.
That's right. Much love. All right. Triple Cup Chuck, man, what can they find you at, brother?
Man, you can always find me up. Now I want to shout out to Ghost Rider for the when it was Monday night, last Monday night we did a show, fire, you know what I'm saying? Gotta check out the Ground Woman Gaming. They shows be fire, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on the panel, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, gotta check everybody out. Everybody in the chat, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Boy, Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And look, the simplest way I just go through, man, y'all know what the podcast would be like, but just, you know what I'm saying, go to the thing on your YouTube channel. If y'all watching it right now, they got home, and then they got video, you got your playlist, and if you keep scrolling over, you're going to see something that say channels. Just go right there and see everybody on this panel. Just see their picture. Just hit the subscribe button. Everybody that you see that you want to hear about them, you could probably find them right there with K-Maker, because K-Maker one of the people that sub to like all the people that be doing YouTube, so you can pretty much filter and get everybody that you want, get your whole dose. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I probably going to hop on me some 2K because I've been getting my ass toe up in Battlefield. I got to readjust to that shit. Damn.
Yeah, but come on and join me in Battlefield, and we can do this. Because man, big shout out to Lady Foxfire, to Timma Das, to Delirium Blades, you know what I'm saying, and just a couple of extra people that we've been had in between, man. We be coming in there, we be wrecking shop, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, well, you need to come in there with us and get that work in, man. We like to win.
I just don't play Conquest. I can't stand Conquest.
Hey, man. Conquest, operate. I play it all. Frontline, breakout. I play it all, bro. I play it all.
I'm with you, then.
Yeah.
I need some people because I'll get my ass handed to me playing with randoms.
Yeah, man, dog. Come on in and join us, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll send you an invite. We come on in and we can just play and get to working. Because I mean, I was getting that work. I was doing recon, but I maxed out on the recon, and so when I've used my other gun, the ultimate gun, the best gun that's in the recon. Hey man, one hitter quitters. But I was over there using that bolt action. Boy, it would leave me in a bad state. I shoot a motherfucker, and then they look at me like, "Oh, is that all you got?" And I'm over here trying to reload it. Done. But
yep, that's where I was at.
But it is what it is, man. I love that Battlefield. Anyway, all right, man. We're gonna move on to who else is there? Is anybody else? I think that's everybody. All right, this is it. We done. K-Mega 405, man. Thank you guys for rocking out with us as always. Man, see you guys next week. And oh no, we ain't doing that. This ain't next.
2.5 hours.
Oh yeah, but anyway, go ahead and do that again, because you know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know what I'm saying, for y'all out there. I know that some of y'all thought that the penis demon was going to get nominations because it had some DLC. We ain't heard nothing else about it. We sorry about it.
DLC.
So anyway, we out, man. Thank you. If you guys, this is Friday night. You know how this goes. If you guys ain't there, you got to go to work tomorrow. You better have your ass have a controller in your hand, or you better be doing that. What did I say, guys? What? What?
That shit was organized.
So unorganized. I should have told y'all beforehand what I was gonna say.
Well, shit, you say it every show.
I know. Pants off.
Pants off, dance off.
Yeah.
Baby, if y'all ain't doing none of that, then you better have the controls in your hand, baby. We about to get to it. All right. Hold on. Let me ask my old lady if she's ready to do the pants off. Baby, are you ready to do the pants off dance off?
Take your ass to bed.
She said, take your fat ass to bed. All right, baby, I love you. I'm gonna play some games tonight. I guess I ain't getting no action. I'm out.
He must have been eating some mustard green.